all right. Shalom, shalom. I'd like to start off by saying, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Paul Haloyim La Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Bakat Bakat. Double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone who do well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect that's scattered abroad, the Akim and the Aqua that's listening in. Yahweh Ratazah, Lord willing that the lesson is edifying. Brother Shawab, I'm going back at you with another lesson, right? As always, brothers go week in and week out to prophesy the downfall of America, all right, which is known as Babylon the Great in the scriptures, to prophesy the downfall of the so-called white man, which is the devil that the Bible speaks of. All right, he is identified in the scriptures as Esau, Edom. All right, and salvation is preached unto you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, which are the true Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speak of. All right, and it's now high time to awake out of sleep, for our salvation is nearer than we believe. Right, and you know, it definitely is the time to wake up right now, because you see, while we're all getting distracted with all this World War III and all that, you have to take into consideration that Rice Krispie treat, all right, is being also implemented through gradualism upon the people, man. All right, so as the more you keep your mind on this war, all right, eventually with a sneak attack, the government's gonna come and hit you with this new technology, man. All right, as the war rises up out there, okay, you have the dollar decreasing out here. Okay, so people are so caught up with this World War III. You have to understand that World War III, the true World War III, all right, is not going to happen until the Rice Krispie treat is made mandatory. All right, so what you're hearing right now is just rumors of war. Okay, as the scripture has spoken about. All right, you're hearing about all these different nations stirring up in different types of wars, because that's the Lord, all right, controlling them. Okay, the Lord is controlling each and one of these nations and these countries and these kings. All right, and he's bringing them together for the ultimate war, man. All right, for the ultimate war of this place being destroyed. So again, while all the rumors of war, all right, is happening right upon our faces, all right, they are also implementing through gradualism, all right, this Rice Krispie treat, which we already know what that is, the MOTV. Okay, which is the biggest prophecy out of all of them, because that all roads is going to lead to that right there. All right, they want to make you a perpetual digital slave, man, merging man with technology. All right, bringing in transhumanism, just like the scriptures speak. And let's grab that real quick. I'll start off with that. All right, this is Thessalonians. Got the new Bible. The old Bible different. Thing turns right to it. It's locked, you know. But like it tells you in Second Thessalonians 2 and 4, man. All right, that he's trying to play the Most High. All right. This is 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first. We already had that falling away. All right. And that the man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, which the son of perdition, all right, the man of sin is being revealed right before your eyes on a daily basis, man. There's thousands of videos going out a day on who Esau Edom is, man. He is the one that controls the earth right now, all right, along with all these other nations that also have Illuminati, all right, because the Illuminati is just not no Edomites, man. There's Illuminati to all these different nations. So each nation has their top Illuminati for their country. All right, it's just that Esau is the one that's in total control of everything. Okay, let me make sure these things don't fly. Esau is the one that's in total control. Shalom, all right, so Esau is the one that's in total control. That's the top banking families. All right, starting with them Edomites. all right, that rule the world. You talk about your Bilderbergs, your fonts, all right, your Rockefellers, your Bilderbergs, okay, your Gettys. These are all Edomite. They're all of the Edomite nation, but then they have in subjection all these other nations, man. Okay, so it says, lock you. So it says, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, power, or that is worship. You see, this devil, he wants you to worship him, okay? This is why he's bringing the means of those miracles, which is those technologies, like it tells you in Revelation, the 13th chapter, all right? This is how they're going to bring this new power in, okay? This new God through their pseudoscience. Everything is pseudoscience. See, the more you see, the people believe more in science than they believe in the Lord. All right, but they don't understand that the Lord is in control of science. Okay, science only goes so far, and then Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah comes after that. So their job is to make you what? Believe in their pseudoscience continually by bringing out more technology over and over, cooler technology, more convenient technology. All right. More convenience to your daily lives, all right, making your jobs easier, making it easier for you to handle your children, making it easier for you to, we all be in one accord with eating. Okay, communism, man, they want to feed you what they want to give you, a limit, all right? All these things that we've been speaking about for years, especially the elders and apostles for 35 plus years, are all coming to pass, man. They want you to sit at home with this universal basic income, all right? Basically sitting at home and you're getting paid. They want you as lazy as possible because the people are going to what? They're going to fall for the technology that they give you. Oh, this shit is cool. I can sit at home and all I got to do is put this in my hand and I'm able to get a transfer of money every week, every month, okay? See, it sounds good, but what does scripture say about this devil, man? That he's a liar. All right, and he's the father of it. John 8:44. Okay, it says the wicked are estranged from the womb. Well, not John 8:44. All right, but it talks about in the scriptures that the wicked is estranged from the womb. As soon as they be born, they come out speaking lies. So you can never trust what this devil's telling you, man. Tells you that in Ecclesiasticus, the 12th chapter, 12 and 10. Never trust thine enemy. Because like iron rusted, so was his wickedness. So it sounds good. See, when you buy iron, right? At first it's nice and shiny and polished, but the longer you let it sit out, it becomes to rust. So that's how he is. The more you give this devil more leeway, all right? You give this devil more room to breathe all over your neck. He gonna breathe all over your neck. He gonna bite into your neck. That's why it says that who should pity a charmer when he's been bitten by a snake? Because we're constantly telling you out here over and over and over and over again. And people always just say, oh, well, you just say the same thing over and over, brother. Well, the scriptures say the same thing. All right. We're supposed to come out here and say the same thing over and over because y'all knuckleheads. See, Jake is not going to make a move until they realize that time has ran out. Jake is not going to make a move until they kick it down your door. Jake not going to make a move until they realize, oh, shit, I can't eat. I can't drink unless I put this in me. Oh, I can't go to the bar. Damn. You see? Oh, shit, I can't just show them my ID. There's no more such thing as IDs. Now they're coming in with this what? This new digital pen, AI pen. Okay, another step closer to showing you the means of those miracles. Brainwashing you with that gradualism. They started to come out with what? First credit cards. Everything was, the pandemic came and now you couldn't buy nothing with cash. See, now they want you to use your credit card, scanning something. You're constantly scanning your credit card. Now they come out with these new palm readers, right? All right, now you just scan your palm, Amazon palm, and you can go to the store and you're on your way. But now they have an AI pen, okay, that holds stores more information. See, that's how they're gonna gradually get you. More and more, they're gonna make it seem convenient to you. Okay, it's gonna start fitting with your everyday lifestyles. All right, because they can't just bring it out and tell you, all right, here, this is what we're going to give you. it would just look too fishy, man. But like everything else, like they're doing with all this, Skittles community bullshit, they gradually put it in your face. They put it in your face here and there. They put it in your movies, They throw jokes on commercials about it, And then you think it's funny at first, and then the more you see it, the more it becomes part of your nature. You see? And that's what they're doing right now with this whole, this whole pen AI. Everything is on commercials over and over and over. And who's in the front line of it? Jake. Just like in the time of the pandemic, when they were giving the yo jabba jabba, who was in the front line of that? Jake, showing you that what? You need it. You're the problem. You're the cause. All right? Because we're the what? We're the multitude. We're innumerable. We're everywhere. All right? This is why this devil wants your soul, man. Because we're everywhere. He is the lowest of all the heathen. He is the most despised. Okay? We are the multitude out here, man. You'd be surprised who's Jake out here. A lot of y'all people gonna be mad at them in them last days, man, when you realize that a lot of these people talking shit to another with straight Jakes. All right? Got bugged out, can't making people bow down to kiss their feet, not knowing that they Jake. Bugged out. All right, but going back into the topic, all right, everything is digital. Digital. Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahushua Barakatah. That's right. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusts, so is his wickedness. It's gonna always. What does Scripture say? All right. Can a leper change his spots? Can an Ethiopian change his skin? All right. So those that are accustomed to evil, they're not going to change, man. They're used to that. That's their nature. They're brute beast. Okay. That's all they know. All they know is error in their life. Those are the multitude that are born in vain, man, that are just here for the hell of it. Okay? But see, our people they're gonna come back to their right mind. All right? And we can't wait for that. So going back, all right, this digital technology. All right, everything is being put on commercialized, all right? And again, it's all gradualism to continually make people believe that it's normal. It's okay. Oh, shit, this is cool. All right. They really want it for your true information, what's under your skin, what your thoughts are, how you're breathing. Okay. They want to know how the spiritual mind works. Why? Because Esau is not a spiritual man. He cannot be a spiritual man. Into a malicious soul cannot enter wisdom. All right. So he has wisdom on the left side. All right. And he has knowledge of good, but is he going to apply to it? No. So you really don't have the knowledge of it because you're not applying to it. You'll never catch Esau applying some righteous mindset. Hell no. There's always a hidden agenda behind it. There's always something to deceive you. There's always something to mislead you away from your power. Okay? More and more. Just like science. That's what science was created for, man. Matter of fact, let's grab that. This is why Timothy. Grab that. One second. Ooh, these things extra. This is. Oh, I just had it, man. 1 Timothy. Block it. 6:20. It says, "O Timothy, keep that which is committed to thy trust." Yeah, because you're supposed to constantly trust in what? Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai. That's the only true power to trust in, man. If you're trusting in something else, then you're not of the Lord, man. You're of this world. All right. You're of the flesh. You're of Esau, and Esau's all carnal thoughts. Okay. It says, "Keep that which is committed to thy trust, avoiding profane and vain babblings and oppositions of science, falsely so called." You see, which some professing have erred concerning the faith. Yeah, because that science shit will mislead your mind to a whole nother world. That's why the Lord said, all right, seek ye out the book. All right, none shall want her mate. Meaning this book doesn't go with any other book out here. All your answers is right here. It's digging in, okay? When you dig into a book, man, a book is never ending, you see? Because you can read a book and know the whole story, but then you go back and you read it again and you'll always pick up on something that you missed. You'll pick up on something more. Your mindset will open up more to look at the story in a different angle, in a different way. Okay, so that's what happens with science. You get this science in you, you start listening to Esau and his bullshit, it's gonna stray you away from the actual truth, man. And right now, we're supposed to be seeking the Lord 10 times harder. So at the same time that the Lord is, we're supposed to be seeking him 10 times harder. What you think Esau is doing on the left-hand side? He's trying 10 times harder for you not to get this truth, okay? For you not to receive it, for you not to open your mind to it, because he wants you caught up in science, okay? So going back to 2 and 4 in 2 Thessalonians, it says, who opposes and exalted himself above all that is called God or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. All right. So he wants to sit in the temple of the Lord, and we are the temple of the Lord. All right. Our bodies is the temple of the Lord. This is why we have to keep ourselves pure. All right. Undefiled. All right. So we could be spiritually in tune with Yahweh Bashem Yahushua at all times. Okay. So our bodies is the temple. And what does he want to do? He wants to sit in the temple with what? All right. His technology. Okay. With this with this nonsense of madness. All right. To be able to control your brain, man. Control your thoughts. You see what's happening with these Teslas out there, man. People getting crashed into cars, not able to control their Tesla. That means that is being hacked. And if that can be hacked, if a computer can be hacked, and they want to turn you by transhumanism into a whole digital ass computer merged with man, that means you are going to be able to be hacked. Your thoughts are going to be hacked. All right. They're going to be able to manipulate you to do whatever they want, turn you on and off like a damn light switch. Okay. Problem is, once they turn you off, you're done. You're gone. All right. But see, leave it up to Esau with his technology. He'll make you feel safe about it. Because here it is. You got, if you ever watched the movie called Chappie, good movie, you should watch it. All right. That shows you what they want to do with technology, man. Because what happened to the robot Chappie? It was a robot that was created that was given an actual mind. All right, because it was recording basically all the personalities of people. This is why AI is dangerous, man. Us going on social media and always posting how we feel and all these things. See, all these things have a deeper meaning behind it. This is how they were able to create AI to be able to speak to you. Now you go talk to a whole fucking a whole robot. This shit will tell you a whole story. You're sitting there talking to some damn machines, like if they know your ass, man. That's some bugged out shit, okay? And you're seeing it more and more everywhere. Now you got them mixed in the crowds with us, walking among us. Now they inside stadiums watching games and shit, okay? Weird as hell. Y'all be weird as hell when you got a little peeping Tom looking through a fucking window and see your ass butt naked, but through the eyes of these fucking machines, they're watching every single thing you could do. They could watch right into your clothes and see what you got underneath. You ain't never seen Terminator, man? What you think, that they're going to have real brain and real eye? Nah, man, it's all digitalized, man. So it's all to become a camera to have a watch on society. They want these machines around us because that's how they're going to be able to watch you at all times. You'll never be able to do something that's going against Esau's will. All right? Which we shouldn't be going against Esau's will. We're supposed to be going into what? The will of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, which is what? All right, to fear Yahweh, okay, and keep his law, statutes, and commandments. That's the duty of man, okay? But y'all want to do the duty of Esau, all right? See, America's waiting for an explosion of something great for them to be like, wow, these people fucking bored out here. These people are bored with all the shit that they already have. Because that's what technology does to you, man. Technology warps your brain. It fries your brain to the point where now you're sitting there bored as hell. You don't even know what to do. Instead of like the old days, you go take a walk in the park. You go take a walk, you know, with your chick around a boardwalk or something. Your kids go out and play. All right. You know, you go out on a little trip and you go, you know, explore the world. Now you don't see people doing shit like that. Yeah, the people that are exploring the world is these women. Take me on a vacation, not even fucking worthy to be taken to one. All right. But they think that that's what it's all about, exploring the world in that way. Nah, man. Because even when they're out there trying to explore the world, what's in their hand? A digital fucking device. A digital device that got their ass warped, all right, thinking they the shit. So they got to take a million pictures. Now they know what you're doing. Now they're watching you. They're seeing you. Okay. Again, all this technology is built to watch your every single move, man, and to eventually make you that telephone, man, because they want to get you done away with, man. All right. They want you done away with. And they figure, you know what? These damn niggas keep multiplying. Let me get their ass in a digital way. Let me start merging these niggas into computers. Get their ass done away with in that manner. All right, through a computer. The same way Esau try to take your women and blend in with the lineage and all that. It's the same thing he trying to do with us, make us blending into his fucking lineage, which is what? All right, some bullshit AI. Not literally. You know, we know his lineage is Esau. We talking spiritual. All right. His lineage is all this science, man. And that's what he wants you to merge to so he can have your soul. All right. Because once he has your soul, he knows you're done. He knows the Lord doesn't need you no more. He has no use of you. You're not dangerous. You're not a threat to society no more. See, we're a threat because we're out here continually with the word over and over through rough times, through good times. Okay. Brothers is going through some shit right now, man. And brothers still go out there and they still do the work to the best of their ability. Okay. Some brothers are on fire more than others. Some brothers have leeway to be able to do that. Okay. Some brothers don't have that leeway. Some brothers are in some deep shit. All right. That we have to get through. All right. But it's all about faith at the end of the day, man. Okay. And by continuing to endure, is showing your true faith of the Lord. By you not denouncing the name of the Lord. All right. It's showing you that you truly believe, man. By you still coming out here and prophesying the downfall of this place, swinging your sword, which is this Bible, man, this word, all right? It shows that we really in for it, man. Okay? This is Jeremiah 5:17. Every man is brutish by his knowledge, yeah. And that's the problem with Esau. He has, the pride of his heart has deceived him, you see? To the point where this devil, all right, everything is about his knowledge. He really thinks that his knowledge is the best knowledge on this earth, man. But what did the Lord said, man? The knowledge of this world is what? It's foolishness to the eyes of the Lord, man. And that's how you know that the Lord got control of him, that he gave your ass some knowledge of this world, showing you how cool the Lord is, man. That he didn't give you true knowledge. He gave you knowledge. He gave you stupidity. He gave you folly in your mind, man. Okay? It says every founder confounded by the graven image. Yeah. Every founder is going to be confounded by the graven images. All right. All these idols is going to be confounded, man. Okay. Even this new graven image of you getting this this technology. All right. But what did the Lord say? All right. That his hands, okay, were not going to be able to what? All right, they were not going to be able to proceed. Let's grab that real quick. This is Job. One second. Damn, boy, these. One second, Salaki. Straight right to it. It's like I got to connect to my Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi in the car. This is Job 5:12. And it says, he disappointed the devices of the crafty so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. You see? So it says he disappointed the devices. All right. At the end of the day, the Lord is going to what? The Lord is going to lift up that standard. See, this devil's going to fill up his belly, man. He's going to have it's going to feel like he has the whole world in the palm of his hand. All right. But when that time comes, the Lord is going to lift up that standard. All right. Only 2/3 is going to die and be given up to, the famine and to the Rice Krispie treat, to the missiles. All right. But that 1/3, all right, is what's going to be saved. OK, that 1/3, when the Lord is ready to save that 1/3, is when he's going to really lift up that standard. So he's going to allow this devil to make him feel like he's bringing in his whole agenda, that nothing is going to be able to be touched. All right. What does the scripture say? That their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever. All right. Not knowing that the Lord got him in the trick bag. All right. Just to show his power. OK. Matter of fact, let me grab that. That's in Romans. All right. Let me finish this up. He disappointed the devices of the crafty. All right. And how they able to do this, man. All right. How are they able to be crafty? Hold on, real quick. Let me. So I don't forget. All right. How are they being crafty? By conspiring against you with all these other nations. All right. Matter of fact, let's grab that real quick. This is Psalms 83. I'll give you a second. This is Psalms 83, all right, and 2. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head. Meaning what? They're proud, all right? All these nations is proud against you, man. All these nations are proud to say they hate your ass, man. They proud to that they had your ass in captivity, man. It says, they have taken crafty counsel against thy people and have consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted. All right. See, these nations, they sit at a round table and they each conspire against us, man. All right. They find a way to deceive us. They find a way for us to continually be in sin. They find a way to depop us, okay? To take us out the way. See, this is how you know that Esau reads the Bible, man. All right, because Esau, what he does is he reads all these about all these different captivities about us. All right, he sees what happened to us in these times. All right, he sees how the Lord, all right, we went off and we disrespected the Lord. So what the Lord do? He hit them with famine. He took away their food source, and our people became crazy. They got put to death. All right, like some of us cried onto the Lord. You see, they read these things and then they put all this shit together in one meeting. All right, believe it or not, and they'll sit there and they say, all right, well, this is how we're gonna control our people today. Let's cut this food source off. All right, we cut this food source off. Now these people gonna be in what? Agony, stress. They're gonna be fighting against each other. That's a way for us not even to touch them, and they touching themselves and killing themselves and taking themselves out of the way. All right. So they'll control you with something that they read in the scriptures. All right, there was famine in the land, so we're gonna give them famine. This is how you know that Esau reads the scriptures, man, because people don't understand that they are able to control us because this devil has the truth of us, man. That's why if you look at that movie, The Book of Eli, man, it shows you. All right. What do you have Beveridge say? All right. All this shit for a stupid ass book. And then you had Esau, all right, that got mad as hell. He said it's just not a book. All right. It's a weapon. It's power. I will be able to control the minds of those, all right, that if they knew that the words were coming right out of the book. You see? It's no coincidence that Esau gonna make a movie like that and put it out there for you, man. Esau shows you over and over what he's gonna do in the future, or what he has done in the past. All right, and he'll put it as a movie and make it seem like it's nothing. You either laugh at it, oh, it was a good movie, this and that, but not really thinking out the box. That this devil just showed you what the hell he did to our people, man. How he eradicating our people on a daily basis. Okay. So again, they read these things and they know how to control us through the scriptures, man. That's why they fed you Christianity. They figured that, you know what, let's whitewash everything. Let's take the name of the Lord out of the Bible, right? And let's put our knowledge, okay? Let's put our knowledge in the Bible. But see, those that have the spirit are going to be able to see right through that. Because the scriptures, this word, no matter what you do to, you could tamper with it all you want. If it's tampered with, because the Lord allowed it, all right? But what you're not going to be able to do is you're not going to be able to tamper with it enough for the elect not to find out. No, because that comes from the spirit. That comes up from on high of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai for us to receive the knowledge and be able to see these things, have the eyes out to see it, see the things before they come in and come out here and be able to preach it onto you. Because ain't none of these people out here doing that, waiting, getting our people ready for the battle out here. None of these people are, man. These people are all fucking sleep out here, yo. And what happens when your ass sleep, okay? When you got too much rest and it feel good when you sleep, what do you usually do? You oversleep. And when your ass oversleep, well, you missed the good part. That's when you're going to miss when they kick down your door and they're going to wake you up out of your sleep, man. All right? Let's see what they got over here. Let me finish that too. Yeah, because it says every founder is confounded by the graven image, for his molten image is falsehood, and there is no breath in them. Yeah, what's the breath? It's to have knowledge, to have the truth. All right. So all these technologies, all these different gods that they constantly bring out here to you, do any of them got breath in them? Do any of them give you a beneficial knowledge for you to continue to use that throughout life? Hell no. Hell no. Only these scriptures, man. The scriptures tell you that these words give you life, man. Makes you alive. It gives you that quickened spirit. Okay? It ain't nothing for the Lord to snap his finger and give you the understanding of things, man. Just like those that are in the truth now. We one day didn't have it, and the next day we had it. You know, slowly it came to us more and more. Okay? Order out of chaos. That's right. Hegelian dialect, man. Hegelian dialect. All right. It's all about order. Like the brother said, order out of chaos, man. All right. Problem, reaction, solution. All right. They've been creating these problems for quite some time now, man. All right. Why do they create these problems? At first is to know your reaction, so they can find the solution for it, so they can invent a solution. But see, now is at the time where they don't need to know what your reaction is. They know what your reaction is. You niggas is fucking adapted to wickedness. All right. So let me just put something wicked out there for your ass to fall into. It's that simple. It's that simple, because we overpassed the deeds of the wicked now. We're more wicked than the wicked himself. So if we're more wicked than the wicked himself, the wicked could just throw anything out there and you'll follow it, man. You see? So everything is what? Order out of chaos. They have now they have more problems for you. All right. Which is all a fucking game now. All these problems, it's just pathetic. It's funny. I don't understand how the world don't see it, because they're just mocking you in your face, you know? But now they have the problems. They already know the reaction, and they already have the solution now. Okay. And all roads is going to lead to what? Keep telling me, he's going to right to that Rice Krispie treat. There's no other way it's going to lead to All you that keep talking about it's spiritual and embargo and if you're saying that it ain't the RFID, you are bugged out your mind. You are going to line up for that. You were sent by Esau to go out there and mislead the people to make them believe otherwise, man. Because there's nothing else that makes sense other than what's being played right in front of your eyes on a daily basis, man. We've broken down the word charagma a million times, going into Karat, going into Grapho. It all ties back to taking in data, information, pinpointing your location, okay? And we're in what? We're in the fourth industrial revolution of things, man. Everything is an internet of things, man. Everything has some type of digital access to, man. It's hard to find something that don't have digital access. That's why those things become antiques and they become money. Because that shit ain't around no more. So if you got it, somebody looking at you like, damn, this nigga out of this world. You still got one of those? Okay. That's right. Iconoclasm. Iconoclasm. Yeah. Whitewashing your images, man. A lot of y'all don't do your research, man. It's simple, man. They teach you that in their history book. I got this book at home. It's crazy. It was spiritual when I found it. It was from when my sister went to college. All right. It was called Western Civil. Oh, matter of fact, hold on. I'll show you right now what it is. Got it in my backpack. Right. And I shit you not. When I was reading it, I haven't read it through the way I want to bring out lessons in it. Because once I bring out lessons in it, it's literally a chapter, a lesson. You know what I'm saying? But they're telling you the things that we say that match with secular history and the scriptures is all in there, showing you that they show you this in college. But what do most people do? They'd be like, this class is boring. They're not listening to what's really being said because it's not in their nature to understand it. All right. But this book right here talks about King David in here, King Solomon, talks about the Israelites on the captivity in Egypt, talks about the Greek Empire, the Assyrians and all that. This is a crazy ass book. And the only reason I have my hands on it is because my sister never returned it. You know how we get these books from the schools and sometimes we don't return them. So this book right here is fire right here. All right. Ocean County College. Like I said, one of these days I'm gonna bring out a couple, history lessons to match it up, But so going back into Esau put that shit right in your face, man. And look, what it's in a book. What did the Lord say? Not what the Lord said. What did brothers say all the time? If you want to hide something from a nigga, you put it what? In a book. It's funny, I found the notes that my sister had in there, and she just had notes like, damn, this shit boring, get me out of here. Not knowing that my sister's in the truth now. But I show my sister now, she's like, damn, that's crazy. I was in there, I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, because we don't want to pay attention to Esau and his bullshit. When Esau out there, all right, all he does is teach you his shit. And it really is boring because if you have a real mind that's able to, discern things, just sit there and you say, this shit don't make sense, bro. It just don't make no sense. And every time you see, going back to what brother got, iconoclasm, you always see everything is whitewashed. Everything is a white man being the what? All right, the hero and things like that. All right, we the goddamn heroes, man. We've always been the heroes. That's why they used us all our lives, man. Because we the heroes. We have that spiritual power, that special power, that special strength. All right, we're that peculiar people, odd people, man. The Lord's valued treasure. Okay. But let me see what we got here. Yeah, Ezekiel 37:3. Yeah. Giving the breath to these people for these people to be able to be woken up. We say it all the time. Can these people live? All right. Meaning what? How would they live? By getting this word. They'd have a chance of living if they got this word, man. Because you taking in this word is what gives you life. All right. But what does scripture say? He that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. So these people are dead here, man. All right. Twice dead. You see, you're dead mentally, but you're about to be dead also what? Physically. Why? Because you didn't want to learn about your Lord, your Savior, your true Savior. All right. You wanted to scoff and mock after it. All right. So therefore, when the time comes, the Lord is going to give you up into the what? Them strong delusions and have you walk right into Walmart and line up for that Rice Krispie treat. All right. See, a lot of people say, oh, I ain't going to take that. I ain't going to do that. It ain't your choice. It's the Lord's choice. So if you're not in tune with the Lord is what that is what directs your footsteps. Man's going to the Lord, so how can a man understand his own way? All right. When you read James, all right, the first chapter in the around 12th verse, it talks about how let no man say that the Lord has made him do wickedness. All right. And those roughly paraphrasing it. All right. Because it's our mind that gets enticed into these things. Okay. So the point is, when you are spiritually in tune with the Lord, all right, the Lord is going to always direct your steps, all right, with righteous mindset. Angels, all right, will program your brain to do the righteous thing, as opposed to if you're walking around wicked and you trying to do your own thing, well, the Lord's going to direct your steps constantly into what? Wickedness, okay? Meaning you ain't going to get programmed by no angels. You're about to get programmed by demons. All right, because when you go to sleep at night, you are being programmed by angels, demons. All right, scriptures tell about that. When the slumber of man fall in that deep sleep. All right, let me grab that. That's in Job. I believe it's in Job. Give me 1 second. When the slumber of man fall upon him, he sealed instructions. KJV. Job 33:15, it says, in a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men and slumberings upon the bed, then he openeth the ears of men and sealeth their instructions. You see? So this is why you have to walk in that righteous mindset, because if you walk it wickedly, the Lord's going to put you in a wicked mindset. He's going to have demons program your brain to go off on a constant basis, man. And then you're going to do what? Sin upon sin, which turns into what? Iniquity. All right. And once you go into iniquity, man, you got a whole lot of repentance to do, man. Okay. So, going into having the breath of life, that's why you have to have the understanding. All right. And a lot of people know what they are, have a sense of this truth, but they again, like the scripture said, but they still had no breath in them. They know who they are. They know who their power is, but they still don't have the knowledge to apply that knowledge, to apply that wisdom into their everyday life. Okay. This is a thing of repetition, man. You have to do it over and over. You got to practice it, man. Because our flesh is subject onto vanity. All right. You're caused to exercise your spirit to refrain from appetites. You know what I'm saying? To refrain from those things of the world, the carnal. And it's hard. It ain't easy. If it was easy, everybody be doing that shit. That's why there's an elect. Okay. That's why there is an elect, and it's only a 1/3. All right. That's why not all of Israel is going to be saved, man. Okay. Got some fire scriptures up here. All right. So let me go back into this though. See, I was on. See if I remember how I was holding there, because I got Romans here. Because Romans, let me grab that real quick before I forget. Romans was to show that the Lord got him in a trick bag, man. That the Lord is controlling his thoughts. So all that science and all these things that are being brought out is the Lord's wisdom at the end of the day. All right. But it's on the left-hand side, man. All right. The Lord don't want us to know the left-hand side. He wants us to be just straight righteous. All right. This is Romans 9 and 15, 13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. What shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with Yahweh? Yahweh forbid. Yeah, because the Lord is a just power, man. He's not unrighteous with his thoughts. All his judgments are righteous, man. All right. Everything that happens to you is well deserving, whether it's wicked, all right, or whether it's a blessing, it's well deserving unto you, because the Lord's seen you fit for it. All right. The Lord don't make no mistakes when he judges. Okay. So it says, for he said to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I have compassion on whom I will have compassion. So then it is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, nor of Yahweh that showeth mercy. For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth. Therefore has he mercy on whom he will have mercy, and whom he hardeneth. All right. So he was talking to him, calling him Pharaoh, because today Esau is the modern day Pharaoh. Okay. And Esau is what? All right. He's the one that rules Babylon, Salakia, which this place is spiritually known as what? Sodom and Egypt. All right. So the Lord is talking to Esau, telling him the same way that I raised up Pharaoh constantly. Because what was Pharaoh doing? All right. Pharaoh was playing with the Lord, man, disrespecting the Lord. He will let our people go, and then he will go right back into his bullshit. But showing you man's goings of the Lord, because the Lord kept putting that spirit back in him, just like he did with Saul. All right. You will have David come and play the harp, all right, and cool his spirit down. But what happened? Within time, the Lord will put that evil spirit back in him, man. This is why we got to be careful how we move in this truth, man, because the Lord could put a certain spirit on you and leave you there. Okay. No matter what you do, you keep going back to it. So Pharaoh kept hardening his heart, saying, "Oh, please let me go." Every time he got smacked with a plague, he got, basically crying down to the Lord, "I'll do what you want. I'll do what you want." But he will still go back to the same old thing. So it's the same thing that the Lord doing to Esau today. He allowing him to do what he's doing right now, to rule, because his time is short. All right. He has nothing but a short time. His days are determined. Okay. He has limits that he cannot pass. All right. And now he's starting to see that he can't pass those limits. He's starting to be limited to that limit now. All right. So now he's going to go as hard as he can. All right. Thinking that he's going to overpower the Lord, but going to be destroyed at his end. All right. His own mindset, his own pace shall return upon his head, like the scriptures say. All right. All his wickedness is going to smack him in the face. Okay. And he's going to realize finally, because he know who the hell he is. All right. But now the rest of all these Edomites are going to learn who the hell they are, man, who they derive from and come from. Okay. Let me go back. Oh, I had it on my phone. I was in. What's up, dog? Yeah, what's good, brother? Everything good? Good to see you, bro. Give me 1 second, Salakia. Try and pull out my signs to win today. I ain't gonna see. A second. I was in Corinthians. Was I? Nah. Oh, that's why I had that. All right. 2 Corinthians 6, because it talks about how body is the temple. Let me grab that real quick. This is this is 2 Corinthians 6, because I was in 2 Thessalonians. So it says 2 Corinthians 6 and 16. And it says, and what agreement has the temple of Yahweh with idols? You see, what agreement does the Lord, does our bodies have with idols? You see, that's why there's no agreement for you to go out there and line up for that Rice Krispie treat. There is no agreement. All right, that's a whole fucking idol right there. Just because it ain't a statue, just because it don't look like these statues of gold and silver and brass and all this extra shit like the old idols. I already said in a couple videos, they don't need to bring out these statues anymore. New World Order, they're bringing new gods, man. They're able to deceive your asses because y'all already fell for the stupidness, the stupidity of religion. All right, believing all these crazy ass statues and gods. So they figure they'll make a joke out of it, and you don't need that no more. Okay, they're gonna bring you a new digital messiah. Okay, ain't gonna be a white Jesus with long hair no more. All right, it's gonna be the grain of rice. Okay, right in your right in your hand. So it says, and what agreement has the temple of Yahweh with idols? For ye are the temple of the living power. As Yahweh said, I will dwell in them and walk in them. See, I will dwell in them. All right. Not a damn Rice Krispie tree. All right. It's supposed to dwell in you. Okay. Finding out what you're doing every damn 2 seconds. The Lord is supposed to dwell in you. All right. But because these people don't believe in the Lord, they don't believe in the true names of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. They believe in the technologies of Esau and they love the technologies of Esau. They are willing to dwell with the technology of Esau in them to remain in this fucking society of bullshit. You see? So it says, and what agreement has the temple of Yahweh with idols? For ye are the temple of the living power, as Yahweh has said, I will dwell in them and walk in them, and I will be their power, and they shall be my people. Wherefore come out from among them and be ye separate. You see, be ye separate from this world. To be separate is to be holy. All right. So you're going to be separate from this world. So when the time comes of the separation, it's simple. The Lord is doing what? Separating the sheep from the goats. If you separate yourself from the side, I'm from everything, the Lord ain't got to separate you. You already separated yourself. Okay. So it says, be ye separate, saith the Lord, and touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you. See, that's why the Lord said, I will spare you in the hour of temptation, because thou hast kept the word of my faith. Okay. I will keep thee from the hour of temptation. Why? Because you're not touching that unclean thing. To receive that MOTB is to be unclean. The moment you put it in your body, your whole body is defiled, and there's no coming back from it, because now you're under control of Esau, which we already spoke of what these things really mean. It's a badge of servitude, man. Esau wants to stamp your ass like he stamps wild ass animals, man. He wants to stamp you so the Lord could see it, so he could throw it in the Lord's face. That's how wicked Esau is. What do they say? That the Lord is not in his thoughts. So you're never going to find these wicked ass devils thinking, again, righteously or thinking about the Lord. Okay? It says, and I will be a father unto you, and ye shall be my sons and daughters. All right? So now we know that we are the temple of the Lord. So how is he going to sit in the temple of the Lord? With this technology. He wants to sit in your body. Okay? And what I was saying, all right, see, we're not supposed to go into the shadow of Egypt. All right, what's scripture say? Let me grab that real quick. Jeremiah 17 and I think it's 6 or 5. (17 and 5). Jeremiah, curse saith the Lord, Yahweh. I read that wrong. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, cursed be the man that trusteth in man and maketh flesh his arm, whose heart departed from the Lord Yahweh. All right. So you made flesh your arm. All right. You made your carnal mindset, the carnal ways of Esau. All right. You have made that your God. All right. You are cursed because you didn't put your trust in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. You see? And it's funny, this is something kind of out the way, but it just popped up in my head because I was doing a research on it the other day. I don't know what made me go into flesh, the word flesh, but I went into the word flesh in Hebrew. All right. Just something to think of spiritually. And the word for flesh in Hebrew goes into basar. All right. Or basawar, something like that. Basawara. Let me just grab it real quick. As a matter of fact, it's right here. Yeah. Flesh. Basar. Basar. Bawasar. Yeah. Bawasar. Basar. But when you go into it, it says flesh of the body of humans. But when you go into the root word of it, Basar goes into Bawasar. And then it says to bear news, bear tidings, publish, preach, show forth, to gladden with good news, to bear news, to announce salvation as news preach, right? So what it made me think of, what did the Lord do? The Lord came down in the flesh, all right? The Lord is our what? Is our savior, all right? He's the one that's going to bring us our salvation, all right? See, but it says right here that flesh also means to receive good news, all right? So when you see these carnal things, it just made me think about it, you know, on the spiritual. When you see these carnal things of the flesh coming out, all right, that's literally the good news of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah letting you know we're about to get up out of here. Because the moment they make that mandatory, that's when World War III is going to come. See, the real World War III. Right now, you got the rumors of wars. Now you got right now, you just got the countries coming together, being brought to the Valley of Jehoshaphat. But the main war is to what? World War III, to annihilate America, Israel, all right, to reset this whole place. All right, the true reset. All right, so it was just something I was thinking about, like when I was reading the flesh, because that word flesh goes into you know, bringing good news. And the Lord came in the flesh to bring you the good news, to bring you salvation. All right, but you're making, these people making the flesh of this world, all right, their power, okay? And if you look at it, when they bring out these MOTBs and all that, because there's going to be different ones, all right, that's of the flesh, that's carnal. But it's also telling you the good news that we're about to get out of here in a spiritual way, all right? But just something I was thinking about. So going back to Jeremiah, all right, cursed be the man that make flesh his arm. All right, meaning what? That you abide in the shadow of Egypt, like it tells you in Isaiah. All right, Isaiah the 30th chapter. All right, this is 30:1, and it says, "Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord Yahweh, that taketh counsel, but not of me." You see, these people take the counsel of Esau. They'll take the wisdom of Esau and run with it. All right. Whatever Esau says, he's in power. So whatever he says it is what it is. Okay. It says, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. All right. So if you abide, see, when you abide in the way of Esau, all right, like I said earlier, it's only going to continue to lead you astray from Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, committing sin upon sin, iniquity upon iniquity. It says that walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. See, this is why we're going to have to pray constantly to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai that we want strength, that we're able to endure to the end, because the furnace is going to be turned up, okay? See, when I read this right now, I'm thinking about, makes me think about Genesis 47, all right? When Joseph was in Egypt, all right? And Egypt was going through the famine, and they were giving their what? Their bodies and their land up, all right? Because they were in the middle of a famine. Same thing that these people going to do out here. When the famine hit, you might say your ass ain't gonna line up for the damn chip, but when your ass ain't eat 2-3 damn days and that stomach talking to your ass, and your stomach talking to you Paleo Hebrew, your ass is gonna want to eat, all right? And if you ain't got it, you might do something stupid if you don't have the spirit, man. All right. But it also reminds me of the story with Daniel. All right. I believe it's in the third chapter where Abednego, Shadrach, Meshach, all right, and Abednego. And what happened? They were put into that furnace. They were put into that fire, tempted. Okay, the same way that Yahushua was tempted in after he came out of his 30 days. All right, 40 days, Salakia. All right, he came out of his fast, and what you have? You had Satan come mess with him, man. tell them that what you need to turn this bread into food so you can eat. But what he said, the only thing you're supposed to be eating is what? This roll. Roughly paraphrasing it. Eating his roll, because Yahweh is the true bread of life. Okay? Then he took him to the pinnacle and he told them he give them all these kingdoms and all these things. Same thing they're gonna do to you when they come and give you this this Rice Krispie treat. They're gonna make it sound good. Oh, well, we'll throw, $50,000 in your account. You'll be able to start off. We'll be able to put you in a house, all this, blah, blah, blah. Make it sound good. But it's all down to your downfall. All right. Which as a matter of fact, I'm gonna get those two accounts so you could see how those men endured to the end. They didn't care, man. Why? Because they were rooted and grounded in the faith. All right. Rooted and grounded in the faith. Everything being of the Lord, being their mindset, constantly thinking of what would Yahushua do? Would Yahushua be pleased with that? Nah. Okay. And when they went to when they came to the time to be, going through what they went through, they took it like a man. Why? Because they knew that they had sinned against the Lord, man. So we all have to bear the indignation of the Lord when we go off. We have to bear the indignation of the Lord when he come. You see? Be at least glad you're getting the indignation of the Lord on this side, all right, with the things that we go through than to being put to death, man. All right, we've been going off constantly all our lives, man. This is why the Lord God is here, so we can learn from what we've been doing generation after generation, man. Now's the time for you to fix it, man. Okay? But going back into Isaiah 30:1, it says, woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord Yahweh, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin, that walk to go down into Egypt, and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. Yeah, when these people finally go and line up for what they were waiting all this time for, all right, just to go back to normal, it's going to be confusing onto them when they start seeing that, oh shit, I got pus coming out of my damn hand. All right, because there's going to be a grievous sword that comes upon those people that take that. They're going to realize, oh shit, they done put me in a trick bag thinking that I'm going to be able to go to society, but my dumb ass is sitting in the camp, sitting in a FEMA camp, all right, about to be tortured, okay? I'm over here seeing my family getting destroyed right in front of me, left to right. You see that? Then they're gonna realize, damn, I'm confused. Wasn't this supposed to help us? Wasn't this supposed to be beneficial to us? No. Okay. So, excuse me. Let me jump into 12. Matter of fact, I'll grab it from 8. It says, now go write it before them in a table and note it in a book, that it may be for the time to come forever and ever. Yeah, that's why it's noted in the book. All right. It was all given to us word of mouth in the beginning. Then it had to be written on stones, tablets. All right. All the way to it had to be written on paper. Okay. Showing you that the Lord's word was always coming out some way, one way or another. All right. That word was never going to diminish, man. The Lord said, this is the word that endured forever. All right. This word ain't going nowhere. When we in the kingdom, this word's still going to be live. Okay. It's still going to be live, this word, because it's still going to be fulfilling prophecy all the way to the end. Even us living forever is fulfilling prophecy. Okay. Oh, my bad. Lost page. So it says, it says, now go write it before them in a table and note it in a book, that it may be for the time to come forever and ever. That this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of the Lord. Yeah, they don't want to listen. All right. But like the scriptures say, when the time comes, all right, then they shall know that there was a prophet among them. Okay. When these things come to pass, all right, in Habakkuk it said, what? The vision is yet for an appointed time. Okay. It's not on our watch. It's not when we think it's coming. No, it's when the Lord makes it final, man. When the Lord gives it the green light, okay? And the Lord is right on time with what he does. There's no mistakes, okay? That the elect has to be sealed. That's why the destruction hasn't come. The elect is sealed, you know, predestined, all right? There's a predestined elect, all right? But we're still waking up in order because the Lord does everything in order, man. All right. So every single one of us that are the elect have to be awakened at that appointed time, all the way to the point where you even have 11 o'clock Israelites that come in the last minute. Okay. Last minute, they're going to see spiritual powers. They're going to see things that we've been speaking about happening. They're going to have no choice but to believe. Okay. And it says, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not us to right, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits. See, that's what these people want to hear. They want to hear a candy-coated, sugar-coated fucking story that sounds good to fit their comfortableness, their joy. All right. When the Lord told you there ain't no joy in this place, man, the mirth of the land is gone. He said it's better to be in the house of mourning than to be in the house of mirth. So what the fuck kind of joy you looking for out here, man? What kind of joy are you looking out here for? Because if the more I try to find joy out here, is the more that the Lord shows me there ain't shit out here for you. You look at your kids' future, you tell me if you see a future for your kids out here. Fucking people running this shit down their throat, forcing it into their minds of being straight Skittles and all that extra shit. Putting all these different idols and different philosophies into your mind, and you're going to tell me that your kids got a future here? You crazy as hell. You... Right? So it says, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things. Yeah, and why did they want to hear that? Because they're so used to the church. They're so used to this fucking religion, man. They're so used to God is good. God loves everybody. You can do whatever you want. And as long as you call on, you already know, JC, you're good. That's bullshit. That's why our people are confused in their mind, thinking that the Lord is all about peace when the Lord is a balance, man. Okay. So it says, right. So it says, prophesy deceit, smooth things. Yeah, things that sound good. They want us to prophesy the lies to them, man. Okay? Because those that are doing wickedly don't want to hear that they're doing wickedly. They want to continue to get away with their wickedness. So they find excuses to go around the law, statutes, and commandments so they can continue to abide in their wickedness all day long. Okay? It says, get you out of the way, turn aside out of the path, cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us. Yeah, they'll come out with that. Oh, no, you know, the Lord is about love. Don't say that. The Lord's not gonna put us down. You know, bullshit. The Lord coming to spare none. All right, no women, no children. All right, old, young, 1 day old, 2 hours old. It don't matter. The Lord coming to destroy and take away according to your sins, man. You had our people that were screaming, raise it, all right, to crucify Yahushua. And what they said, let the blood be on our hands. That's why you're going through the shit you're going through today. That's why you're at the bottom of society today. That's why half of these niggas is bums and drug addicts out here, man. Because you was the people that were saying in those times, let the blood be on our hands. So you know what? The blood is on your hands. So the Lord got you in strong delusion. So the Lord got you all messed up in your mind, not believing in the Lord because you didn't believe back then. So what makes you think you don't believe now? We live reincarnation. What you did in the ancient times is what you're doing today. The spirit of the prophet is subject on to the prophet. All right? The shit that you were doing wickedly today in this world was probably the same wicked shit you was doing back in the ancient times, man. So, got to make sense of it, man. It says, get you out of the way, turn aside out of the path, cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us. Wherefore thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because you despise this word and trust in oppression and perverseness and stay thereon. Yeah, see, they trust in the oppression. All right. Matter of fact, that word trust, I think it was Apostle Ramlob. I didn't get to see the video, but he had put a video up of trust, and I was reading just like the little piece of it that I had. And in the word trust, in the definition, it had faith, man. To have trust in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is to have faith. You have to have faith in this, man. You have to trust the process of the Lord. I'm going through some shit right now, yo. Homeless, ain't got no fucking job. All right, done went through it for the past fucking year. I don't even know how to explain. I ain't even about to sit here and give you the Mihai speech of what I did, because it ain't about me. It's about Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. All right. But see, these things is what makes you stronger in this truth, man. These things happen for a reason, man. They happen for you, for the Lord to prepare you for what's to come. All right. To be strong in these times. All right. Hold on. All right. Going back to what I was saying, trust is having faith. Okay. That's why I brought up what I was going through. Because through all this shit, I still have trust in the Lord. I know the Lord doing this for a reason. One, I know it's for the wickedness that I've done. So I got to pay for the shit. All right. For me going off. All right. Because a little while back, I went through a lot of shit, went through some shit, and I went off. And you know what? Now I got to pay for it. But like I said, I don't have to sit here and explain. You don't have to give nobody the explanation. Unless it's on my spirit to do it through the Lord, then I'll do it. But me going into certain shit, I have to deal with it now. You see? And to Wadi Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua for having mercy upon me. Okay? But you see, the shit ain't no joke, because the Lord ain't got to give me mercy. Who the fuck am I? Okay? We just worms over here, man. We just vapors of air. Why the Lord said, why earth and ash is proud? You know, we got the audacity to run around and walk around out here like we that shit, like shit ain't sweet. Crazy as hell, man. So you know what? Through all the shit that I'm going through, me being fucking homeless, I can't even fucking settle somewhere, man. Be jumping here, there, okay? Got to jump in this woman's house for a night and that one. And it's crazy, yo. I don't know when the hell I'm going to eat, when I'm going to shit, okay? Now, the reason I ain't got a job is because I don't want to go get a job. Because you know what? I want to focus on what I'm supposed to be doing right now, okay? And we supposed to go get jobs, and because we supposed to be hardworking men, okay? But it's funny because I asked the Lord, I prayed for the Lord to take me out of my job. And I lost my job the 2 days later. I didn't think it was going to happen like that, but hey, the Lord granted it to me because I wanted to be closer. But it just happened to be at the same time I lost the job, this devil wanted to kick me out the house. You see? So I had to eat that. But the point is, I'm still trusting in the Lord and knowing that the Lord got something great in store for me. All this is happening to make me stronger, for me to learn from my wrongdoing so I don't have to do that shit again. Okay? It's about growing in this truth. If you're stagnant and you're not growing, all right, if you're comfortable in this place, all right, then you're not growing. You have to be uncomfortable. The Lord put my ass in an uncomfortable state, man. I also pray for that, for more fear of the Lord, all right, to put a flame under my ass. And it shows you that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is a true power because he gave it to me, you know? And you know what? Now I have to endure it. I have to fight through all that, okay? No matter how hard it gets, got to continue to keep pushing. So anybody that's going through these things, hey, man, it is what it is, man. Eat it, all right? It's for the beauty of it, man. That means the Lord is dealing with you as sons and not bastards, man. Do not, that's the Lord that chasteneth not, all right? That means he's not dealing with you, man. But we get chastised because we have to learn what we did wrong, man. Hey, brother Shalom, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua Barakatah, the brother Ariyah. All right? Yeah. Psalms 34:19. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord delivereth them out of all of them. Yeah, these are all, it's only a light affliction, man. The things that we go through on this side, like it tells you in Romans 8 and 18, man. All right. The things that we go through on this side are not worthy to be compared to when we receive it in the kingdom. This shit is nothing, man. Okay. As a matter of fact, me being in my damn car, because that's where I live, all right, in my car. And then from one time to time, I'll go to my sisters and things like that. But I try not to stay there that long because, you know, she got her own family, you know, and then me and her being in the truth, forget about it. You know, that sometimes them demons will try to come around and mess with us even more because we together there, you know. But, you know, going back to what I was saying, it's like I just lost my train of thought on that. See what I got here. Oh, that's what I was talking about. The afflictions, man. It's all light afflictions, man. All these things, all right, we're going to be rewarded in the kingdom 100-fold, more than we can fathom, all right? That's why the Lord putting us through all these things here, because this place is filth, man. So he going to put you through the filth to get all that filth out of you, man. Get all that leaven out of you. So when the time comes that he comes, all right, you're presented without blemish, perfect, all right? Your car
to my right has got to move. No parking signs all over. You gotta move.
That shit threw me off. That shit threw me way off. I didn't know what the hell that was. All right, but yeah, all these things are not worthy to be compared to, man. All right, all the filth that we're going through here, man, is to get it out of our body, so we are presented as a living sacrifice properly, man. So we are found worthy and perfect before the eyes of the Lord. All right, because we're not going to be perfect until we get our new bodies, man. We are subject onto vanity, but you still got to move as perfect as you can so it could be perfect in the sight of the Lord. All right? What's that? Yep. This is Ecclesiasticus 2 and 10, and it says, look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded? Yeah, see? Everybody has put their trust in another nation, has put their trust in the ways of America, of any of these society, even when we was in captivity. Why we go into captivity? Because we started worshiping on these other gods. We started going to these other nations for the want of things, you know? Every time we did that, we were confounded. Every time we did that, we had to go right back into captivity. Here it is. We will go into captivity. We will learn from our thing. Then we will do good. And then we'll go right back into it. You see? But when you put your trust fully in the Lord, the report is good. When you have faith, all the elders had a good report, like the scriptures say. So you will always continually have a good report throughout generation to generation. Okay? Yeah, we will go off because scriptures talk about that we was wicked in our youth. All right. We was just doing all types of wicked shit in our youth. But why? Because we're young. We're a child. We're tossed to and fro like with every wind of doctrine. All right. We're tossed to and fro like with the cunningness of Esau. All right. But see, experience gives you a better mindset. Then you learn from things. And as you get older, all right, that's why wisdom grows into you more. As opposed to unless your ass is just one of those that want to live in your second childhood, okay? Because that's what these niggas are. They living in their second childhood out here. Bunch of grown ass fucking men living in a second childhood, doing the same childish shit. So therefore, there's never no growth. You don't really fully grow into a man until you know this word. All right, so you have the understanding of the Lord. Now you're a man. When you're able to spiritually discern for yourself, that's when you're a man. Okay? So technically, it's the Lord making you a man, because the Lord's word got to be instilled in you. All right? So none of those of old were ever confounded, man. It says, or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken, or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? You see? The Lord not gonna the Lord not gonna turn away from you if you calling upon his name, man. Now, if you being wicked, then yeah, because your prayer is an abomination unto the Lord. Okay? If you being wicked, if you justifying the righteous and things like that. All right, but the Lord knows your true intents. The Lord knows your true your true mind, not your heart, but your true mind inside, man. All right. The thoughts that you think that you hiding from the world and the people around you ain't hiding it from the Lord, because the Lord the one sending them into you. All right. So he knows that, like he said, what is that in 2nd Ezra 16th chapter? All right. He said that I put the mind in them, in man. All right. I put their thoughts in them. Okay. So whatever you're thinking, all these things that are hidden in the dark going to be revealed in the light, man. All right. And this is why we're going to be confounded by our own sins, man. Our own wickedness is what's going to confound us every time because of the way our mindset is. We just don't want to, our people don't want to stay, people in society don't want to stay in order. They want to go above order. They want to overpower, and everybody wants some type of power, not knowing that there is no power in nobody other than Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, man. Okay? So going back to Isaiah 30 and 12. Wherefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Holy One of Israel, because ye despise his word and trust in oppression and perverseness and stay thereon, therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking cometh suddenly at an instant. Okay? You see? Yeah, your fall is going to come out of nowhere. All right, just like when it said, because when they come to make this mandatory, they're gonna bring it out as this peace also. Just like they're gonna try to bring, when you had Israel over there making peace treaties with people, but they're breaking against them anyway. They're going against them anyway. Why? Because whenever time you hear about peace being made, sudden destruction has to come afterwards. Because once again, the Lord said there is no peace in this place, man. Peace is not going to be made until Yahweh Shai is in rulership and the elect is sealed and put and it's judging the 12 tribes of Israel in the kingdom, man. That's when peace is going to be. When Yahweh Shai comes to install that righteousness upon the earth. Okay? When there's no more tears, no more death, no more pain, no more weapons, no more war. Okay? No more of us fearing of the enemy coming to take our shit, okay, and taking us away into captivity. That's when we're going to have peace. So whenever you hear about peace in this society, destruction comes after. So when they come and tell you the solution of this Rice Krispie treat, all right, once that dollar falls, okay, because they caused it, they're going to know your reaction, and now they're going to come with the solution. All right, they're going to draw you right into it. All right? Yeah, that's right. Sorrow is better than laughter, for by it the sadness of the countenance of the heart, Salakir. For by the sadness of the countenance, the heart is made better. All right? Yeah, literally, when you cry, that shit feel good. You know? I don't know, it takes a lot for me to cry. That's why when I do cry, that shit coming out. Because it was like years of holding shit in, And that's one thing that I tell you, sitting in my car, my little home on wheels, boy, the Lord putting me in that position, that shit make you think a lot. Make you think a lot of the shit you done did in your life, man. And you'll sit there and you'll cry about all that shit. But you know what? Make you feel better. Make you feel better. You know why? Because you're crying about it. That means you have a righteous intent of wanting to better yourself and change yourself, as opposed to these niggas is cold-hearted. They ain't thinking about that shit. One of these niggas see me crying, they look at me like, what you crying for, bro? Not really understanding the situation. All right? But like it says, sorrow is better than laughter. For by the sadness of the countenance, the heart is made better. Okay? So you're supposed to be in that mindset of feeling bad, all right? As a matter of fact, when you have people crying for Yahweh Shai, what Yahweh Shai say? He said, weep not for me, weep for your children, okay? So there's a reason why he said that. So that means you're supposed to be in a time of weeping, all right? Sorrows, feeling bad, constant repentance, asking for constant mercy, okay? Yeah, I know sometimes we got to put ourselves to the side and catch a laugh and shit, because, With much wisdom comes much grief and much sorrow. And the shit'll get in your head sometimes, man, when you see all the dumb shit that's going on out here, all the folly. Okay. And sometimes, you gotta put yourself in, let me listen to some music, raise my spirit up, or let me go out for a little drink or stuff, whatever. You gotta make sure that you move in the righteous manner. In the righteous manner at all times. Don't get caught up with people of the world. All right. Don't start making friends with your sins and shit of your past, man. That'd be the worst. Your sins are always waiting for you. Your sins are always waiting for you to mess up, to come back into your life. All right. Like that bad ex you had to leave. All right. He said, "Come, what the fuck was that?" I think he was talking about when they was on the Speakly. That's right. Proverbs 24:16. For a just man falleth 7 times. Yeah, seven times, a complete amount of times. It could be 100 times. It could be 1,000 times. It could be 1 time. All right. We're made to fall. All right. But from falling, you're supposed to grow. You're supposed to, you're broken down to be built back up stronger and stronger every time. Okay. Be happy that you fall sometimes, man, because it's necessary. All right. Sometimes when you just going through too much good and no falling or not, that's just scary. It's like, damn, am I being dealt with or what? So you got to check. But the wicked shall fall into mischief. Yeah, the mischief. I mean, the wicked, they'll forget about this truth and just completely go back into the world. And then you don't even see them out there trying no more, man. All right, you just completely see them off the scene. And there's been a lot of people that's going through that shit right now. And you know why? Because Satan is at an all-time high with sifting, man. Not everybody ready for that mental sift. One of the biggest things that we deal with in this truth is the mental part of it, man. Because the mental part is all the spiritual part. Okay? The rest is all carnal. But being spiritual and walking in the spiritual is you having that strong mindset in the mental, man. Because the thoughts that come your way, all right, you got Satan always trying to make you go off or trying to make you look bad in front of the Lord. All right. Let me see. Oh, beautiful. This is Jeremiah 6:16. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, stand ye in the ways and see and ask for the old paths. That's what we're going back to, the old paths. This is why the Lord is telling you to ask for the old paths now. See, you're getting ahead of everybody, all right, by practicing and rehearsing the righteous acts now. Okay, so when your body, when your spirit, if you are of that elect, is transformed from one body to another, man, that carries on with you, man. That wisdom is going to carry on with you, and on top of that, you're going to be made even more stronger. All right, having everything in your inward parts. Okay, but see, if you are of this world and have not the wisdom of the Lord, what wisdom is there to carry from your old body? All right, from your old mind onto the new body? There ain't no wisdom there. All right. So it says, you ask for the old paths, where is the good way, and walk therein, and ye shall find rest for your souls. And that's why we do this. All right. We do this to enter into that rest. All right. By giving up everything in the world here. Okay. It gives us the rest that we want, that we've always desired later. All right. 2/3, they're going to eventually get that rest. But see, they got to come after 1,000 years. You see, you come back, you got your head down for a little while. All right. There's no rest there. I know I'm not going to be resting if I got to come back into the kingdom and I got to wake up ashamed. Ain't no rest there. All right. Rest is completely gone from here to the kingdom. All right. In a straight righteous mindset, ready to tear shit down and represent Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai forever and ever. Right. So got to go back to the old ways. And this is what the Lord is showing us now, the old paths. All right. So it could carry on. It says, also, I have set watchmen over you, saying, hearken to the sound of the trumpet. But they said, we will not hearken. Yeah, that's our people. All right. Why? Because they're used to that uncertain sound. All right. They're used to the sound of the churches. They're used to the sound of religion, the sound of Esau. All right. But this sound, the shore sound, they're not used to that. That's why when we come out here and we give people the name, they're looking at us like we crazy because they never heard Yahweh Yahweh Shai. But see, that's that truth that's been so long without fruit that's finally being declared through the Spirit, and it's coming out. All right, because the Lord said that his Spirit was going to be poured through all flesh in the last days, man, and that this truth was going to be preached throughout the four corners of the earth, and the end shall come. And that's the only thing that you see being posted everywhere in life right now is about this truth, about the end, the end, the end. Why? Because we're here. We're here. We've been at the end. We've been at the end since the beginning. We've been at the end since Yahweh Shai came on the scene. Okay? We've been in the end since, again, the beginning of this thing, man. So every time that we were out here, we were supposed to what? We were supposed to be bettering ourselves and trying to follow in the ways of the Lord. You see these devils? See that's what that, see that? Shalat Rayam. Wow. These devils, yo, they do that shit on purpose all the time. They just love beeping the horn because they see that's the spirit of their fucking wickedness, man. They don't know who I am. They don't know me from a can of paint, right? I'm not even bothering nobody. I ain't even saying shit to nobody. What will make your disrespectful ass pull up right here to hold the horn for what? For what? That's how you know fucking these devils are demons, man. Demons. Their true colors are going to come out more and more in these last days, man. All you people that love these so-called white men, all right? The so-called white women, all right? We're not talking about actual flesh, but we're talking about the spirit that come from the lineage of Esau. All these fucking people going to become devils, yo. And y'all going to see it, okay? And then y'all going to look for answers, and there's going to be no damn answers for y'all. Y'all going to be consumed by these fucking devils, man. I would not want to be consumed by one of these damn devils. Because every time I see these devils, they just look corny. They look whack as hell. I look at them and be like, why the fuck do our people fear these people, yo? They're just weirdos, yo. But hey, the Lord got them in power, showing you how the Lord could take the basis of men and raise them up, man. The same way we at the bottom right now, and we're going to be raised up, all right? It really shows you the power of the Lord, man. Fucking bunch of clowns, yo. It's a lot for me. That shit is annoying. Anyway. So going back to what I was saying, yeah, they're used to that uncertain sound. See, we're supposed to be certain. We're supposed to be certain with our sound, meaning what? All right, ringing the alarm, warning the people of World War III, all right? Being in the spirit of prophecy, because Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy, okay? So we're supposed to be constantly speaking of World War III, Jacob's trouble, Rice Krispie treat. These are the main three things that have to be spoken of, man. And yeah, we got other prophecy after that, the kingdom and all that. But see, we want these three prophecies to happen so we could get the hell up out of here. So we could grab each and one of these fucking devils and put their ass in damn slavery already, boy. I can't stand to see their asses walking around out here, man. And it's crazy because I see them. I got to do a video one of these days driving in my town. If you look in my town, it's crazy how this is so spiritual. What did it say? What did Esau say he was going to do? He was going to build the desolate places, right? Let's grab that real quick. This is Malachi. Said we are impoverished. Fucking God. This is Malachi 1 and 4. And it said, I'll start from 3. It says, and I hated Esau. Yeah, the Lord hate Esau. Okay? He will never have no love for you, man. Ever. So anybody that's Esau here that feels it in their fucking spirit, any of you Edomites that's on my feed watching, if you feel it in your spirit, the Lord don't care about you, man. He just don't care. It says, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. and they shall call them the border of wickedness and the people against whom the Lord has indignation forever against. Okay? So what I was saying here, when you go around my town, this place is called Lakewood. Why was it called Lakewood? First of all, this place is a historical place of the Rockefellers. This place used to be nothing but casinos for the Illuminati bankers back in the day, right? But this place was a place of beautiful grass, beautiful lakes, beautiful woods. These fucking devils right here, all they do is tear shit down. I mean, I don't even know how to explain. I'm surprised they haven't taken this little piece of land right here and built a skinny ass building all the way up, the size of that, and go all the way up. Because when you ride around my town looks nothing like what it used to when I was younger. And all you see is just buildings upon buildings upon buildings upon buildings, taking this place and turn it into what they call down here, they call it New Jerusalem. They actually tell people out there in Israel to come over here because this is like a promised land to them. This is one of the biggest places for rabbis to become rabbis. And they literally have, like, I don't even know how to say, they building a fucking city here, yo. A city. This building right here, this building was never here, ever. This building was never here. That's a whole, you already know, I ain't gonna say the name. Belongs to them penguins. All right? And that's what they do. They just keep building everywhere. But what the Lord said he gonna throw down, you know? So the more I see these devils just building more and more, it reminds me of them scriptures that their houses, their inward thought is that their houses are gonna remain forever. You know, sometimes I'll mess with these devils and I come and ask them and I'll be like, how do you feel about the end? And they, oh, nah, there's no end. Nothing's gonna happen. How do you feel about the Lord that's the so-called black man coming back? You know, nah, that's not true. They don't even believe in JC. You ask them about JC, they'll tell you straight up that shit is bullshit. They even know that shit is bullshit. They'll tell you that he was a crazy ass guy that was just bugged out running around saying stories and shit. But anyway, let me get back to this lesson. All right, guy here. That's right. Learn to laugh at yourself. That is true. You got to. Because when you see the wicked, actually, it ain't funny when you see the wickedness you fucking done. But when you do see the wickedness you had done, all right, at first it'll mess your mind up. Because them scriptures condemn you straight up. But after a while, you just start to look at it and you all you can do is laugh at it. Because it's like now you understand the truth and you understand how Satan operates, how we are subject to vanity and all that. So, man, all you can do is laugh at this time because, you know, this ain't our rest. This place is going to destroy you with a sword of destruction. So the best you can do is laugh at this place. And that's why the Lord going to give us the spirit to laugh in that time. And famine, we're going to laugh, right? In the destruction, we're going to laugh at these people. All right? I'm good. I laugh now when I see these people get judged. And they be like, oh, how can you do that? Blah, blah, blah. They said, hey, listen, I understand death and life and death, okay? Life and death come of the power of the tongue. Life and death come from the Lord, all right? All these things happen for a reason. You must have been saying something messed up, all right? Nobody here perishes being innocent, ever. There's no such thing as that person died and he was a great person, okay? Unless you was in tune with the Lord the time of your death and you were dedicating your time to the Lord, well, then you died in righteousness. Well, then that's different. You're going to be on the chariot when the time comes. You're going to be the first on the chariot. But if you don't know the name of the Lord, nah, no point. All right. So let me get back to Isaiah 30 and where was I? 30 and 15. Hold on. Oh, matter of fact, since that brother talking about entering into that rest, let me read this. This goes with it too. This is 13. Therefore, this Isaiah 30 and 13. Therefore, this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking cometh suddenly at an instant. And he shall break it as the breaking of the potter's vessel that is broken in pieces. He shall not spare, so that there shall not be found in the bursting of it assured to take fire from the hearth. Or to take water with all out of the pit. For thus saith the Lord Yahweh, the Holy One of Israel, in returning and rest shall ye be saved. In quietness and in confidence shall be, in quietness and in confidence shall be your strength, and ye would not. You see? So having this word is what? Was that Isaiah 33? Let me grab him right here. Isaiah 33:6, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and the strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. You see? So that's going to be your knowledge and wisdom is going to be the stability. All right, for you to be rooted and grounded in his faith at all times. All right. Let me go to Let me go to 31. This is chapter 31:1. It says, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots because they are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord. All right. So the same thing that was just being said in the 30th chapter. All right. These people go down to society for help. All right. They depend on America to save them instead of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah to get them out of these things. It says, yet he also is wise and will bring evil and will not call back his words, but will arise against the house of the evildoers and against the help of them that work iniquity. Now the Egyptians are men and not God, you see? And what is Esau trying to play? He's trying to play the role of the Lord. But the Lord telling you, these Egyptians ain't nothing but men, meaning over here in America, okay? Because remember, we're spiritually known as Sodom and Egypt. It says, now the Egyptians are men and not God, and their horses flesh and not spirit. You see? So all these devils is of the flesh, man. They're not of the spirit. Their mentality is not of the spirit. Everything is of the flesh and of carnal mind. Okay? And it says, when the Lord Yahweh shall stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth shall fall, and he that is hoping shall fall down, and they shall all fail together. You see? So those that want to go in the ways of Egypt, and then you got people like celebrities and these actors and all those people, these fake ass prophets, these are all people that help to push the cause even more. Okay? Those people are going to be destroyed along with them also. Okay? Salakia. Now let me grab because I before I forget about it. This is let me grab it from give me 1 second real quick. This is Genesis 47. Genesis 47. And I'll start it from 13. Let me bring this out real quick, though. Between buying and selling KJV, so this is Ecclesiasticus 27:2. I'll start from 1. It says, many have sinned for a small matter, And he that seeketh for abundance will turn his eyes away. All right. Yeah. So many have sinned for a small matter. And this is why the Lord has said, what? All right. Be not ignorant of any small thing or any big thing. All right. Can't be the smallest things be the worst things, man. All right. 1 second. All right. It says, many have sinned for a small matter, and he that seeketh for abundance will turn his eyes away. Okay. And that's the thing. A lot of these people, all right, a lot of these people are going to sin for the smallest matter when the time comes for them to take that Rice Krispie treat. Okay. And it's going to be for the abundance of things. All right. The abundance of wanting to go back to the world and going back to the way it used to be for fun, mirth, whatever. Okay. And they're going to fall away from that. They're going to be taken away. All right. Those are the ones that you can't tell this truth to, because their eyes are always going to turn away from this truth because they're so caught up in the ways of this world. They caught in the flesh of this world. Then it says, as a nail sticketh fast between the joinings of the stones, so does sin stick close between buying and selling. Excuse me. So does sin stick close between buying and selling. All right. So they're gonna go the extra mile of sin. All right. In the time when that Rice Krispie treat is implemented. All right. Because you're not gonna be able to buy or sell without it. All right. Revelation 13 and 16. We always bring it out. Right. I'll start from 13 real quick. It says, and he does great wonders so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. All right. Which that's going into the missiles. Right. And it says, and he deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles, going into what we were speaking earlier. All these different technologies that these devils got. All right. That's how they're going to deceive the world with this new digital AI bullshit. Chat AI, chat this. Again, that's your new God. They don't need Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah no more. All right. They want to get away with in God we trust. They want you now to believe in what? They want you to believe in AI. Does not AI have all the fucking answers? You can ask AI anything and that shit will give you a damn answer, yo. So you know what? That they want that to be your God. Okay. Going down to Egypt for the answers. All right. So it says, which had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast. Yeah. So them going in the ways of the ancient ways, right? Coming back in the ancient, from the ancient revival of the Roman Empire. All right. It pretty much passed on the shit that they were doing in that time to now and applied it to now. Okay. And continue to what? Saying, let's make an image of the beast. And they have the images of the beast out here. There's many images that they have for the beast. Okay. You running around as a Skittle. That's an image. Okay. You worshiping religion and all these different philosophies. That's an image. You trusting in JC. That's an image. You trusting in this society and the Rice Krispie treat, that's an image, okay, that they made for you. All right, and what do you do with an image? You follow that image and you end up worshiping that image, okay? So it says that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. All right. Why do they have power to give life onto the image of the beast? Because the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. OK. What did it say in Micah 2:1? OK. They go in their beds. Let's grab that real quick. Micah 2:1. It says, woe to them that devise iniquity. They plan these things, man. All right. Sin on top of that. Remember, sin is going to be close to buying and selling, like we just read in Ecclesiastes the 27th. It says, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. Okay? When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. All right? So they devise iniquity. All right? They devise the iniquity. They plan it out. And then it says, and work evil upon their beds. All right? Because they're in their power seat. So they put these things to work. All right? Now going back to Revelations 13 and 14. 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. All right. And the image of the beast is speaking. It speaks through the elites. It speaks through these draconian laws. It speaks through these commercials. It speaks through your movies. It speaks through every single damn thing that's connected to your digital to your digital viewing. Okay. It says, and if you don't worship this beast, what's going to happen? All right. This is why sin, I'm going to bring it out one more time. Ecclesiastes 27. This is why many are gonna for the smallest matter, they're gonna sin. All right. This is Ecclesiastes 27 again and 1, and it says, many have sinned for a small matter, and he that seeketh for abundance will turn his eyes away. All right. And that's another thing. If you seeking for the abundance of this world, all right, you're going to turn your eyes away from this truth. But if you seek for the abundance of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, the Lord is going to turn you away from sin. All right. Keeping you away from that hour of temptation, like he has said. Okay. And then it says, as a nail sticketh fast between the joinings of the stones, so does sin stick close between buying and selling. All right. So going back, Revelations 13. "15, he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed." All right. So if you don't go with the play along, right? You don't go with the program, then you're going to be taken out of society. You're going to be left for dead out in society on your own. You're going to be not a partaker of anything here. You won't be able to eat. You won't be able to drink. You won't be able to live somewhere. All right. This is why the Lord was preparing us for the battle, for us to be what? All right. Be pilgrims upon the earth. That's why he said you're going to be a pilgrim upon the earth. Were the pilgrims ever comfortable? Hell no. They had to constantly keep moving. That's why we teach you to not get comfortable in this place, because there's no time for comfortableness, man. It says, Salaka, and as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. All right. So that's everybody worldwide. He causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor. Okay. There's no in the middle. There's not gonna be no more middle class. Your ass is either going to be broke as hell or rich as hell. And the only ones that's going to be rich is the elites. Ain't none of you jakes going to be rich. I'm telling you that right now. All right. And how's he going to do that? Because he going to heap all the nations together, like it tells you in Habakkuk. Let me grab that real quick. This is Habakkuk 2, and I'll start from 1. And it says, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. Yeah. All right. And what did we just read? All right. That image of the beast is speaking. So if that image of the beast is speaking, then we should be, as watchmen, hearing what this damn devil's talking about, so we could prepare our people through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Right? Because it says right here, and we'll watch to see what he will say unto me. Okay, meaning Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, because these scriptures is live. So the scriptures are always talking to us, man. All right. It says, and the Lord Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon the tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak, and it is speaking. That's how you know. That's how you know we at the end of this thing, because it's speaking right before your eyes, and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will not. It will surely come. It will not tarry. Behold, his soul, which is lifted up, all right, meaning Esau, because of his pride, is not upright in him, but the just shall live by faith. All right. Yeah, because we live by faith and not by sight. All right. Everything to us is carnal. I mean, everything to us is spiritual, not carnal. All right. Even as far as our weapons of war are not carnal. All right. Our weapons of war is this wisdom. Scriptures say that wisdom is better than weapons of war. All right. It says, yeah, also because he transgresseth by wine, all right, meaning by philosophy, he is a proud man. And we know that Esau is the proudest of them all. Neither keepeth at home. All right. Yeah, he don't care. Look how he is in America, which he has no home because he's a vagabond, culture vulture, fugitive. All right. Running from persecution all his life. So he has no home. But wherever he at, look how he keeps it. He don't give a shit about it. He don't give a shit about the people in it. He don't give a shit about his own kind in it. All right. Who enlargeth his desire as hell and is as death and cannot be satisfied. You see, he's all about death and hell. All right. Not hell with fire under the earth. No, hell is a condition. We are in the condition of hell under his rulership. What does scripture say? When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. When the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. All right. So because this devil's in power, we're all mourning out here. All right. It says, who enlarges the desire as hell and is as death. And this is why we tell you, everybody that goes and follows in the ways of America, it's going to lead you to your death. All right. That's you making that covenant with death. Let's grab that real quick. They have made a covenant with death, KJV. This is, I believe it's Isaiah 28, yep. This is Isaiah 28 and 15. Because you have said, we have made a covenant with death, and with hell are we at agreement. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, it shall not come unto us, for we have made lies our refuge, and under falsehood we have hid ourselves. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, I lay in Zion for the fount. You know what? Let me open this up, Salakia. You know what? Let me grab it from 7. I'm kind of jumping around. It says, but they 5. In the day shall the Lord of hosts be for a crown of glory, and for a diadem of beauty unto the residue of his people, and for a spirit of judgment to him that sitteth in judgment, and for strength to them that turn the battle to the gate. But they also have erred through wine, and through strong drink are out of the way. The priest and the prophet have erred through strong drink. They are swallowed up of wine. They are out of the way through strong drink. They err in vision. They stumble in judgment. For all tables are full of vomit and filthiness, so that there is no place clean. Right? It says, hold on. Yeah, I'll keep reading. For precept, to whom shall he teach knowledge, and whom shall he make understand doctrine? Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast. All right. That's the ones that are going to end up getting this word. All right. Those, first of all, having that rock solid foundation of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man. If you ain't got that rock solid foundation, ain't gonna be no foundation for you to build. All right. But the ones that are going to understand are the ones that are going to take in little by little, understanding the basics. Okay. You take in the milk first, and then eventually you take in the meat. All right. The depthness of the scriptures. All right. You have to be taken from the milk, weaned from the milk first. All right, for you to get the meat later. It says, for precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little. For with stammering lips and another tongue will he speak to his people, to whom he said, this is the rest wherewith ye may cause the weary to rest. And this is the refreshing, yet they would not hear. But the word of the Lord, Yahweh, was unto them precept upon precept. See, they don't want to hear, but the Lord telling you, but the word is right here, precept upon precept for you. Because what the Lord said, through thy precepts I get understanding. All right. So this is how you're able to understand the Bible. It says, but the word of the Lord was unto them precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little, that they might go and fall backward and be broken and snared and taken. Wherefore hear the word of the Lord, ye scornful men that rule this people which is in Jerusalem. This is the point I want to read before. Because you have said, we have made a covenant with death, and we are covenant with death and with hell, we are our agreement. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, it shall not come unto us, for we have made lies our refuge, and under falsehood have we hid ourselves. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, I lay in Zion for a foundation, a stone, which this is Yahweh Shai, a tri-stone, a precious cornerstone, a sure foundation. He that believeth shall not make haste. Judgment also will I lay to the line, and righteousness to the plummet. And hail shall sweep away the refuge of lies, and the waters shall overflow the hiding place. And your covenant with death shall be disannulled, and your agreement with hell shall not stand. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, then you shall be trodden down by it. You see? Why? Because you wanted to go after the ways of Esau. You wanted to be in agreement with hell and death, just like Esau is at agreement with hell and death. So what happens? The overflowing scourge, meaning what? Time of martial law, time of the destruction, all right? It's going to come and consume you. This is why you have to have that sure foundation, all right? Like it said in when it talks about your walls being built on stone, all right? Because if it's built on the sand, when the flow, all right, when the overflowing scourge comes, when the winds and all the beatings come, all right, you're able to bounce off of you, okay? You're able to endure that. But if your house is built upon sand and not a stone foundation, all right, it's going to fall to the ground, all right? And that's what these people are built on. They're built on a sandy foundation, all right? Selected. Let me go back to Habakkuk. This is Habakkuk 2 and 5. Yeah, also because he transgresseth by wine, philosophy. He is a proud man, Esau, neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desire as hell and is as death, and cannot be satisfied. All right? See, look, showing you that this devil, look, this devil has the fatness of the earth. This devil has the blessing of the earth. Okay? And he's still not satisfied with what he has. So it says what? It says, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. You see? And how's he gonna do that? He's gonna do that with that Rice Krispie treat. See, this is why at one point they're all in together. They're all together in on it. All right. All these different nations, again, they conspire together to go against you. All right. But the thing is, remember, Esau is the top Illuminati that's running shit. Esau is about hell and death, about greed. Okay. So what is he going to do? He going to make sure that when he come to bring all these nations together, he going to do something that's going to make them hate him. You see, this is why the beast is eventually going to hate the whore. Okay. This is why it says right after that, shall not all them take a parable up against them. Okay. Which I'm going to read right now. It says, yeah, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and keepeth unto him all people. Okay, let me see something real quick. See what that word gathereth says. It's funny because it's the word for gathereth is asap, asap. It would be let me see.
Strong's H622.
Sap.
Sap.
Asaph. It looks like ASAP though. Yeah, it says to gather, receive, to gather, collect. Yeah, to gather an individual into company of others. Yeah, because they're trying to gather each and one of you Israelites into the company of them. All right, because they want to be your God. Okay, and they want you to bow down to them. Whoo. It says to be taken away, removed, and perish. See, yeah, because that's what he's gathering everybody to bring them into this new world order, to bring in this Rice Krispie treat, right? But again, we keep telling you it's mainly for the Israelites, man, because they're trying to what? Get away. They're trying to get away with Israel being out of remembrance, man. You see? Meaning what? To be taken away, removed, perish. Once you take that, you perish, man. You're done. Okay. It says, ooh. Strong's definition, it says to gather for any purpose, to receive. Yeah, they're going to gather you for the purpose of bringing in that new world order, to receive that Rice Krispie treat, to take away basically your salvation, because it says take away, to take away. They're going to take away your salvation by you receiving that. It says, example, remove, destroy, leave behind. Yeah, because if you take it, that's what's going to happen. You're going to be left behind. You're not going to be saved. You're going to be left behind for the lake of fire. It says, destroy, leave behind, put up, restore, assemble, bring, consume. Generally get him, loose, put all together, receive, recover. Another from says another from leprosy. Nah, I just think of Esau as soon as I hear that. Ooh. The Gesenius Hebrew says more rarely with a castaway. Yeah, because that's what it's gonna make you, a castaway. Is that not what Esau is? See, Esau trying to make you what he is. All right, he's a fugitive. He's a fugitive and a vagabond, and that's what it means. A vagabond. I'm pretty sure a vagabond means to cast away. Let me see. One second. Vagabond. You see, fugitive and a vagabond. Vagabond goes into. It's just funny how it's all spiritual and line up. Vagabond. To cause to wander aimlessly. Maybe it's the other one, fugitive. Where it says a castaway. To cause to wander. Salakia. Just wanted to see what it said. I do remember me reading a castaway. It's just that Esau, sometimes he goes into these damn blue letters and he'll be changing because brothers will bring out such edification. Sometimes he'll go in there and he'll change that shit. He'll change that shit so your ass won't find it. All right, but y'all get the point. All right, so going back to Habakkuk 2 and 5. And it says, 6. I'll finish 5. It says, but he gathereth unto him all nations and heapeth unto him all people. Shall not all these take up a parable against them and a taunting proverb against them and say, woe to him that increaseth? See, they're all going to say destruction unto him, woe unto him. Okay. And that's why you see what's happening right now, and you know where. All right. Because the Lord ready to take their asses out. It says, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. Yeah, because nothing here is Esau's. Esau goes to every country to take your culture, to take your stuff, all right, to take your sources, your gold and your jewels, all that. Okay, tells you that in where it said, oh, down here, as a matter of fact, 12 verse. Woe to him that buildeth the town with blood and established the city by iniquity. Okay, you got Habakkuk. Not Habakkuk, Nahum. Nahum 3 tells you the same thing. All right. It says, woe to the bloody city. It is all full of lies and robbery, and the prey departeth not. All right. Everything here has been taken, has been stolen from us, man. So going back, Habakkuk 2 and 6, 7 now. 6. It says, shall not all these take up a parable against him and a taunting proverb against him and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. How long? And that's how we asking the Lord. How long is this devil going to be in damn rulership for? You see, he's been in rulership for a long time. For you to be in rulership, right? When the Romans had the rulership, going into the Greeks, the Romans, and then they were taken out of power. All right, but then they were brought back into power. Shit, that's a long reign right there, man. It says, and to him that laddeth himself with thick clay. You see, showing you that this is talking about America, because America's always in a deficit, $1 trillion deficit at all times. All right. That thick clay goes into heavy debt. All right. And America's always speaking about how much debt we got. All right. So let me go back to Slovakia. I was in Revelations. I was jumping around. Oh, yeah, and I wanted to get this too. Yeah, this is before I forget, it's in my hand. Genesis 47. All right, showing you how in that time they were put in a situation, all right, and showing you, like I said earlier, that Esau reads these scriptures, and this is how he knows he's able to control you, okay? Because when he sees how Israel was treated, or what Israel went through when these times hit, all right? But same thing that you see here is the same thing, the same mindset that the people are going to have here in America when they see that they're not able to, get things without, that Rice Krispie treat and all that. All right. But this is I'll read it from 13 to kind of get to the point. Right. This is Genesis 47 and 13. And it says, and there was no bread in all the land, for the famine was very sore. All right. And that's what's going to happen here. At one point, there's going to be no bread, no nothing out here, food, man. It's all going to be controlled. All right. It says, for the famine was very sore, so that the land of Egypt and all the land of Canaan fainted by reason of the famine. Okay. And this place, we're going to look at it as spiritual, because this place is spiritually known as Sodom and Egypt. Right. It says, and Joseph gathered up all the money that was found in the land of Egypt and in the land of Canaan for the corn which they bought. And Joseph brought the money into Pharaoh's house. And now listen to this. Same thing that's going to happen here. All right. And when money failed in the land of Egypt, all right, money is going to fail here. The money is going to be taken out of the way. Dollar is not going to have any more value out here. We constantly tell you that the dollar is about to fall, because it's literally about to fall. As you keep hearing all this war and the increase in war and all that shit, that dollar falling little by little, little by little. All right. The more they keep bringing out more technology, And showing you more about this digital shit is more that the dollar is being taken away from you more and more, right? It says, Salakia. It says, and Joseph gathered up all, Salakia. And when the money failed in the land of Egypt, in the land of Canaan, all the Egyptians came on to Joseph and said, give us bread, for why should we die in thy presence? For the money faileth. And Joseph said, give your cattle, and I will give you your cattle if money fail. Yeah, and that's another thing that you're going to see. All right. You're going to see a lot of bartering in that time. All right. You're going to realize that things that you got in your house are going to be worth more than money. All right. Once the money faileth, once gold and silver is casted into the streets, like the scriptures say. All right. Yeah, that's the things that you're going to see out here, bartering. You're going to see somebody give a cow, all right, for something that they really want, okay, for a mass of food, okay. You might see somebody give 3 chickens, all right, for them to get something that they want that they don't have, all right. But you get the point. Bartering is going to be happening in this time, man. They show you that in the book of Eli also, because the book of Eli was supposed to be after the nukes hit. That's why everything was deserted and gone. It was a wasteland. But what did they do? They went to the wherever there was villages, and they had to trade things, man, for them to receive things. All right, they were using it as money. Okay, so it says, and they brought their cattle onto Joseph, and Joseph gave them bread in exchange for horses and for the flocks and for the cattle of the herds and for the asses, and he fed them with bread for all their cattle for that year. And in this, I'm thinking about it as I'm reading it, ain't gonna be no cattle in that time, man. Because when the famine hit here, there ain't gonna be no food, man. Why you think Kill Gates is out here taking away all these farms, man? Why is he trying to buy up every farm? And if he finds out you got a farm, right, he come and harass your ass, because he don't want none of that natural stuff being brought out anymore. They want you to have lab meat. They want you to have their GMOs. They want you to have everything that they build and what? All right. According to science. All right. Coming from their laboratories. All right. So in that time, at least they had cattle to be able to barter with. We ain't going to have things to barter with like that. All right. If there's a famine, which you see how the Lord is taking out all these, animals now, man. All right, you'll see a whole area where it'll just be like 200 cattle dead on the floor, man. That's the Lord bringing that famine again. So it says, when that year was ended, they came unto him the second year and said unto him, we will not hide it from my Lord, how that our money is spent. My Lord also has our herds of cattle. There is not aught left in the sight of my Lord, but our bodies and our lands. You see? So those people in that time, all right, they were what? They weren't able to buy anymore because they had no more resources, right? They had no more cattle. So now here it is that they're actually giving their bodies up. Okay, they're giving up their bodies and they're giving up their land. Okay, same thing that's going to happen here. When these people don't have food to eat, don't have nothing to drink, these people are going to give up their bodies to what? To that Rice Krispie treat, man. They're going to say, here, put it in my right arm, put it in my lap, put it here, put it there. Why? Because they're going to want to eat. They're going to want to drink. But if you have Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah on your side, what did the Lord say? All right. He said, my servants shall eat. Okay. Matter of fact, let's grab that real quick. My servants shall eat, KJV. This is Isaiah 65:13, and it says, Isaiah 65:13, therefore thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, my servants shall eat, but you shall be hungry. Behold, my servants shall drink, but you shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice. You see, this is why in the time of hell, the time of death, we gonna rejoice, man. The Lord said we're gonna rejoice, but you shall be ashamed. What are we gonna be ashamed for? We're doing what the Lord asked us to do. So we can only rejoice that we're about to get up out of here. Because that's what the rejoice is gonna be about, that we know that we're about to get up out of here, man. We're seeing that y'all dropping like flies because you can't eat. But meanwhile, I'm eating a whole damn turkey. I'm eating a whole chicken with no problem, licking my finger and everything. Imagine how you will feel when you see that, man. This is why you have to get in touch with the Lord, man. All right? We don't have to worry about those things. Let me grab Are you not much better than the fowl? This is 6:26. Matthew 6:25. Therefore I say unto you, take no thought for your life, what you shall eat or what you shall drink, nor yet for your body, what ye shall put on. Woo. Yeah, because you don't want to put on the ways of the society, which is going to be what? It's going to be that Rice Krispie treat. But instead, put on Yahweh Shai, put on as the elect. All right? It says, nor yet for your body, what ye shall put on. All right? Which that's also talking about clothes and raiment and all that. Is not the life more than meat? Meaning, does not your life mean more than the actual piece of meat that you want to eat? And the body than the raiment? Behold, the fowls of the air, meaning the birds, for they sow not, neither do they reap, nor gather into barns, yet your heavenly Father feedeth them. All right? See, they don't reap or sow. Okay? But the Lord still feeds them. It says, are you not much better than they? Yeah, we're above. We have dominion over these animals. Maybe not right now at this moment. All right. But in the time of Noah, Noah had dominion over the animals. How you think he was able to get the animals onto the ark? All right. He had to have dominion over them to do that, man. You ain't about to just grab any type of animal and just start. You ain't about to just tell a lion what to do. You see? So they had dominion over it. Okay. So if we had dominions once over the fowls of the earth, the animals of the earth, all right, and we're much better than they are, and the Lord feeds them, why would the Lord not feed his elect? Because the Lord said he has care for his elect, all right? The Lord said, if you do righteously, right, no evil thing shall come upon you. So this is why you got to continue in those ways, like the brother had put earlier in the lesson. Ask for those old paths, man. The old paths give you the old results, give you the old rewards, all right? Which those are the rewards that matter, not the rewards of this world, okay? So going back to Genesis 47, and I'll read 18 again. It says, when that year was ended, they came unto him the second year, and said unto him, we will not hide it from my Lord, how that our money is spent. My Lord also has our herds of cattle. There is not aught left in the sight of my Lord but our bodies and our lands. Wherefore shall we die before thine eyes, both we and our land? Buy us, here it is, buy us and our land for bread. All right, because yeah, what they were going to be, they were going to be slaves. You see, isn't that what Esau want to do now? Make you a slave. As a matter of fact, let's grab that. Let's go back to Revelation 13. Broke this down a million times, but we're going to break it down again just to make it make sense. 13 and 16, right? Causes all, both small, great, rich, or poor, right? To receive that M-A-R-K, right? Now, when we go into that word M-A-R-K, goes into what? That charagma, all right? Now listen to this. It says, a stamp an imprinted mark, a mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand as the badge of the followers of the anti-Hamashiach, Antichrist, which anyone could be an antichrist. You're against this word, you are an antichrist. There are many antichrists, like the scriptures say, right? Excuse me. Then it goes into Slakia. That word M-A-R-K, also going into it here. Give me 1 second, Slakia. Grab us in here instead. Give me 1 second. Let me break it down. I had to go into Chi Phi Stigma because it didn't want to come up. Yeah. All right. Stigma. Because when you go into where it says that the number that is of a man and the number of his name and all that, all right. When you go into that word, it goes Chi Phi Stigma, which means 666. All right. Which when you go to a supermarket, you have a barcode on all your food and they scan it. If you look at the barcode, those 3 big fat barcodes actually represent 666, and then all the little other barcodes are just random numbers. All right, but going into that, showing you that this is going to be a actual physical mark. Okay, it says Chi Phi Stigma, and if you ever look at the stigma goes with stigmata. All right, stigmata. Let me see what that is real quick. Hold on. Definition of stigmata. A mark, a mark of disgrace. All right, yeah. See, so stigma, they have stigmata that comes out of that, right? All right, it says stigma, it says a mark of disgrace associated with a particular circumstance, quality, or person. You see? So if your ass that means if your ass gets stamped, you are a disgrace to the Lord. All right. You are not of quality. All right. At all. That's why he has no need for you. That's why he gives you over to that strong delusion and you become a what? A reprobate mind, like the scripture says, to do those things which are inconvenient. Okay. Let's grab that real quick. All right. This is Romans. Romans 1 and yeah, 1 and 28. And even as they did not like to retain Yahweh in their knowledge, Yahweh gave them over to a reprobate mind to do those things which are not convenient. You see? Being filled with all unrighteousness, fornication, wickedness, covetousness, maliciousness, full of envy, murder, debate, deceit, malignity, whisperers, backbiters, haters of Yahweh, despiteful, proud, boasters, inventors of evil things. Woo! That's what, because that's a crafty device that he's making. All right. That's a crafty device, an invention that he's taking, and he's going to put it into your hand. All right. It says, damn, I lost my, okay. It says, inventors of evil things, disobedient to parents, without understanding, covenant breakers, without natural affection, implacable, unmerciful, who knowing the judgment of Yahweh, that they which commit such things are worthy of death, not only do the same, but have pleasure in them that do them. You see? So, stigma says a mark of disgrace associated with a particular circumstance, quality, or person. Shame, disgrace, dishonor. Okay? You're a stain, a taint, a blot, a blemish. What did the Lord say? That you be without spot or blemish, that you are made perfect in his eyesight. Okay? Brand. Woo! Yeah, because that's what you're gonna be. You're gonna be a brand to Esau by taking that Rice Krispie treat. All right. Let's go back into that word stigma through the interlinear now. It says a mark pricked in or branded upon the body. To ancient Oriental usage, slaves and soldiers bore the name or the stamp of their masters or commander, branded or pricked, cut into their bodies to indicate what master or general they belonged to. And there were even some devotees who stamped themselves person, all right, they had to stamp themselves to show who they belong to in those times. So that's what they're doing. That's what they're saying in Genesis, the 47th chapter. We will give ourselves and our land. You could take all our land, all right? You could take all our land, but you can't, Salaki, how did I say that? I said that wrong. Oh yeah, you could take our lands and you could take our bodies and we'll be what? We'll be slaves onto you. So if they were to give themselves up to that slavery, what were they going to do? They had to be branded. So other nations and other people knew who those slaves belonged to. You see? So it's the same thing that they're going to do today. They're going to control you with famine. They're going to control you with these things. All right. And you're going to, what did the scripture say that one of the curses was? Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. All right. That you should what? All right. That you will go to your enemy for the want of all things. All right. And hunger and in thirst, you're going to want to go to them for the want of all things. This is those that don't have the faith of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. They're going to line up for these things, man. They're just going to go right to the shadow of Egypt because they don't have the shadow of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai upon them, man. All right. The Lord said, abide in the shadow. Let's grab that. That's the 91st, Psalms 91. Oh. Sloppy. He that Psalms 91:1, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. You see? So you want to be in the shadow of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, not the shadow of Egypt. Okay? So going back to Genesis 47. Okay? 19, it says, wherefore shall we die before thine eyes, both we and our land? Buy us and our land for bread, and we and our land will be servants unto Pharaoh, and give us seed that we may live and not die, that the land be not desolate. You see? So they were not putting, which at this time it was the Egyptians anyway. All right. Because Joseph was in, Pharaoh had put Joseph in rulership. All right. But it's the same thing that our people going to do in these times. This is why everything that's written aforetime is written for your learning, man. These things are written for a reason, for you to see what is the message that the Lord is showing you in there. All right, these things are going to be used in these last days. You have to remember these accounts. Okay, let me go to I wanted to bring this one out too. Before I forget, and what did I say earlier? Oh, Daniel the third, Daniel the third. All right, because this is another thing that's going to be happening to us in these last days. That furnace of that fire is going to be turned up, meaning you're going to be put in situations. All right, you're going to be put in predicaments for your life, man. Esau's going to put you in predicaments for your life. All right, but if you stay with Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, you're going to be good. All right, so this is Daniel. I kind of like jump around with it. Salakia. Man. Yeah. This is Daniel 3 and all right, because what you had at that time is you had them trying to make Daniel, Abednego, Meshach, and Shadrach. They was trying to make them worship the God, all right, that this devil had, all right, which they talk about that in the first. They had to ring the bell every single time, and basically Daniel was telling them that he was not going to eat the portion of the king's meat. Okay, and then in the second chapter it goes into the image, the interpretation of the dream that Daniel has seen. All right, and he interpreted to the king what that really meant. Okay, but let me just start reading real quick in chapter 3, and let's grab it from. You know what? I'm about to just read the story. Yeah, I'll read the story real quick. Because you got to go into the Apocrypha too, because the Apocrypha has the continuance of what happened. All right. But this is showing how we have to endure into the end, regardless of the situation. All right. And this is how we're going to be put in predicaments when it comes to this Rice Krispie treat. And we have to remember again, accounts like this and take these things into consideration, man. All right. But let's read it. Nebuchadnezzar, this is 3:1, Daniel. Nebuchadnezzar the king made an image of gold whose height was 60 cubits and the breadth thereof 6 cubits. All right. So he's making an image. All right. Now we're going to take this in a spiritual sense and put it into the ways of today. All right. These devils have an image made for you already. All right. Which is that Rice Krispie treat. Okay. It says, and the breadth thereof 6 cubits, and he set it up in the plain of Dura in the province of Babylon. All right. Then Nebuchadnezzar, the king, sent to gather together the princes, the governors, and the captains, and the judges, and the treasurers, and the counselors, sheriffs, and all the rulers of the provinces to come to the dedication of the image which Nebuchadnezzar, the king, has set up. All right. So now we're looking at it as spiritual. He had grabbed all the different nations around, right, to come and worship this new image. Okay. Same thing that's happening today. It's not Esau gathering together, keeping all these nations together to come to worship what? His new world order. Right? It says, then the princes, the governors, the captains, judges, treasurers, counselors, sheriffs, and all the rulers of the provinces were gathered together onto the dedication of the image that Nebuchadnezzar the king has set up. And they stood before the image that Nebuchadnezzar had set up. Then a herald cried aloud to you, it is commanded, all people, nations, and languages. See, bringing all together these people. Same thing like Esau's trying to do now, because what Esau's trying to mimic is that Tower of Babel. All right. trying to bring the whole world into one speech, one God, one religion. You see, everything being one. All right, that was the same thing that was happening in the Tower of Babel. Okay, showing you how those same spirits be around today. Okay, so it says that at what time ye hear the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, psaltery, dulcimer, and all kinds of music, ye fall down and worship the golden image that Nebuchadnezzar the king has set up. And whoso falleth not down and worship shall the same hour be cast in the midst of a burning fiery furnace. All right. Same thing that's going to happen. Whoever don't worship the beast, all right, the image of this system that they have today, they're going to do what? They're going to kill you. All right. They're going to put you down. It says, wherefore at the time certain Chaldeans came near and accused the Jews. They spake and said to the king Nebuchadnezzar, O king, live forever. Thou, O king, hast made a decree that every man that shall hear the sound, which that was a unrighteous decree. All right, same thing that they're doing today. All right, bringing all these draconian laws and all these things. All right, these are unrighteous decrees that are being prescribed to the people. Okay, it says, Salakia. It says, "O thou, O king, has made a decree that every man that shall hear the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, psaltery, and dulcimer, and all kinds of music shall fall down and worship the golden image. And whoso falleth not down and worshipeth, that he should be cast into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. There are certain Jews whom thou hast set over the affairs of the province of Babylon, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. These men, O king, have not regarded thee. They serve not thy gods, nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up." All right. So you had Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego that didn't want to worship the image of this beast. Okay. Just like the elect in these days are not going to worship the beast. Okay. Or his image. All right. It says, one second. It says, then Nebuchadnezzar in his rage and fury commanded to bring Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Then they brought these men before the king. Nebuchadnezzar spake and said unto them, is it true, O Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego? Do not ye serve my gods, nor worship the golden image which I have set up? Now, if ye be ready, that at what time ye hear the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, all those different instruments, right? Ye fall down and worship the image which I have made. Well, but if you worship not, ye shall be cast that same hour into the midst of a burning fiery furnace. And every time I hear that, it reminds me of the hour of temptation, man. Because when we get put to that fiery furnace to be tested for our life over that Rice Krispie treat, okay? That's exactly what's going to be happening. We're going to be in the hour of temptation. All right. But the Lord said he going, what? Because thou hast kept my word and my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation. All right. It says, ye shall be cast into the same hour into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. And who is that God that shall deliver you out of my hands? Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego answered and said, all right, and it's funny because what did the Lord say? All right, let me grab it real quick. I think it's in the 5th chapter of Matthew. For it is not you that speaketh, but it is the Father, KJV. Matthew 10, Salakia. Matthew 10, All right. And this is how you know that the Lord put the spirit on Meshach, Abednego, and Shadrach to say these things. All right. It says, Matthew 2:19. It says, but when they did, you know what? Let me go up a little bit. All right. Matthew 10:18, and ye shall be brought before governors and kings for my sake. Yeah, and that's going to happen. When we don't come and take this damn charagma that this devil has for us, some of us are going to be on a run. Some of us are going to escape. Some of us are going to be taken into these FEMA camps, man. All right. We're going to be brought before governors, before all these magistrates, all these motherfuckers, bro. All right. And we're going to have something to say in that time, man. But it's not going to be us that's speaking. It's going to be the Lord that's speaking through us. Like it tells you here. And ye shall be brought before governors and kings for my sake, for a testimony against them and the Gentiles. Yeah, because some of us are going to be martyrs in this truth. Some of us are going to have to die because we didn't take the image of the beast. All right. It says, but when they deliver you up, take no thought how or what ye shall speak, for it is given you in that same hour what ye shall speak. For it is not you that speaks, but the Spirit of the Father which speaketh in you. Woo! So you see? So now here goes the time that you had Abednego, Shadrach, Meshach. They're about to be delivered. They got delivered to the king. Now here's what they say, because it was put on their spirit by the Lord. All right. It says, Nebuchadnezzar spake and said unto them, is it true, O Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego? Do you not serve my gods, nor worship the golden image which I have set up before you? Now, if you be ready that at what time you hear the sound of all these different instruments, right? Then they're supposed to fall upon their face and worship. He said that will be well. But if you worship not, you shall be cast in the same hour in the midst of the burning fiery furnace. And who is that God that shall deliver you out of my hands? So here it is. This nigga being, he mocking the Lord right now. All right. And the Lord is not to be mocked. It says, Shadrach and Meshach and Abednego answered and said to the king, O Nebuchadnezzar, we are not careful to answer thee in this matter. He said, we're not careful. He telling him straight up. He said, nigga, I'm going to give it to you raw. All right. I ain't going to sit here and sugarcoat it for you, but I'm going to tell you straight how it is. All right. He said, if it be so, our God, whom we serve, is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace, and he will deliver us out of thine hand, O king. But if not, be it known unto thee, O king, that we will not serve thy gods, nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up. Then was Nebuchadnezzar full of fury, and the form of his visage was changed against Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Therefore he spake and commanded that they should heat the furnace 17 times more than it was wont to be heated. All right. So here it was already at a high point that this furnace was turned up, right? But then they turned it up 7 times even more. Okay. Excuse me. So they turned it up 7 times even more. So if let's say that shit was 1,000 degrees, now that shit is 7,000 degrees. Okay. So it says, well, I gotta go to the next page. It says, and he commanded the most mighty men that were in his army to bind Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego and cast them into the burning fiery furnace. All right. So because they didn't want to worship the image, here it is. Now they got to get put into the fiery furnace. Okay. Then these men were bound in their coats, their hosen, and their hats, and their other garments, and were cast into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. Therefore, because the king's commandment was urgent, and the furnace exceeding hot, the flame of the fire slew those men that took up Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Yeah, why? Because the Lord is not to be mocked. Here was this the king was mocking the Lord. All right. So what did he do? When they went to go put him by the furnace, put him in the furnace, the flames that came out of the furnace actually got all the damn the king's soldiers. You see, and they burnt up. Okay, showing you the power of the Lord, showing you that Meshach, Abednego, and Shadrach were already telling you the Lord is gonna provide for us. We believe in the true power. He gonna do his justice, and he already started off by taking their asses out. Okay. Then it says, that's like here. Okay. Then it says, then it goes to 23. It says, and these men, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, fell down, bound into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. All right. Now, for you to understand this story, this is how you know the Apocrypha goes hand in hand with the Bible, because it was already part of the Bible and it was taken out. All right. Which Apocrypha means sent away, hidden in the Greek. But when from the 23rd verse, you go into the Apocrypha to either it's called the prayer of Azaniah, or it's either called it's also called sometimes the three holy children. In my book, it's called the three holy children. All right. So you're supposed to jump from Daniel, the 3rd chapter, read all the way down to the 23rd verse. And then from the 23rd verse, you're supposed to go into Apocrypha to read what happened when they were in the furnace. All right. So grabbing three holy children. I'm gonna read a couple pieces of it. I ain't gonna read the whole thing. All right. But it says, and they walked into the midst of the fire, praising Yahweh and blessing the Lord. So here it is. And then here they're called Azariah. What are they called? I'll keep reading. I'll run into it. It says, then Azariah stood up, and that was the beauty of it, that as they were going into the furnace, praising the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. You see? So it says, then Azariah stood up and prayed on this manner and opened his mouth in the midst of the fire, said, blessed art thou, O Lord, power of our fathers. Thy name, not names, thy name is worthy to be praised and glorified forevermore. For thou art righteous in all the things that thou hast done to us. Yeah, true are all thy works, thy ways are right, and all thy judgments truth. And all the things that thou hast brought upon us and upon the holy city of our fathers, even Jerusalem, thou hast executed true judgment. For according to the truth and judgment, did thou bring all these things upon us because of our sin. You see, this is what I was saying earlier, man. Whatever you go through, whether good or bad, man, you have to endure this thing, man. All right, because we deserve the things that are being brought upon us. Every single thing that is brought upon us is deserved, well deserved, because the Lord is giving it to you. So he knows what's best for you, man. All right. Whether if it's for your ass to be destroyed or for you to be beat the hell up to the point where you learn, man. Okay. So listen to what they're saying. Okay. Makes you think about, like, let's say you go to a camp, a FEMA camp and all that, and you're getting delivered because you don't want to take the Rice Krispie treat and all that. And it makes me think about it. Like, I will be sitting there thinking, like, damn, it is what it is. I have to go through this, man. I deserve it. I've sinned against the Lord, man. All right. But remember that the Lord has true grace upon us, man. Because everything in our life is going to be based on that faith at the end, man. Faith and works go hand in hand. All right. Because you showing your works shows more faith. All right. But our faith is what's going to be determined. All right. We're not going to be saved by our works, man, because if we were to be saved by our works, we'd be done. If you break one law, you break them all. All right. You're worthy of breaking every single one of them. You see? So this is why this word, these law, statutes, commandments is known to us as that schoolmaster, it's that tutor. It teaches you how to move in society. You know, it teaches you, all right, well, if I do this, I will be taken away from this situation. But if I go ahead and do that, well, that's the situation I'm going to be put into. You see? So it says, and all the things that thou hast brought upon us and upon the holy city of our fathers, even Jerusalem, thou hast executed true judgment, for according to truth and judgment didst thou bring all these things upon us because of our sins. For we have sinned and committed iniquity, departing from thee. Okay, and this is why we were stripped ultimately from our heritage. Okay, let's grab that real quick. This is Jeremiah 17 and 4. And thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever. You see? So this is why we will continue from our heritage. And when you read Baruch, the 4th chapter, it tells you also there, Baruch 4 and 6, it tells you we were sold onto the nations because we were making sacrifices unto devils and not worshiping Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? So it says, in all these things have we trespassed and not obeyed thy commandments, nor kept them, neither done as thou hast commanded us, that it might go well with us. Wherefore all that thou hast brought upon us, and everything that thou hast done to us, thou hast done in true judgment. And thou did deliver us into the hands of lawless enemies, most hateful, forsakers of Yahweh, and to the unjust king, and the most wicked in all the world. You see, which at that time they were being put into the hands of they were in the hands of the Babylonians. All right, so it's talking about in that time. All right, but in this time, okay, this is Babylon the Great. Am I not right? Well, did not the Lord call this place Babylon the Great? All right, and this place is the most wicked. It's the most wicked that it ever been. All right, no captivity, no time of the ancient times have been more wicked than the time that we're in now. The Lord even said it was more tolerable for Sodom and Gomorrah for back in those days. As a matter of fact, let me grab that. Back in the days, and Sodom and Gomorrah was doing some straight out this. I was trying to sleep with the angels that came down, man. Bugged out shit. All right. I think it's in Isaiah. It will be more tolerable for Sodom and Gomorrah, KJV. Thought it was in Isaiah. This is Matthew 11 and 24, and it says, "But I say unto you that it shall be more tolerable for the land of Sodom in the day of judgment than for thee." You see? Yeah, it says, "And thou, Capernaum, which are exalted unto heaven, shalt be brought down to the hell. For if the mighty works which have been done in thee had been done in Sodom, it would have remained until this day. But I say unto you that it shall be more tolerable for the land of Sodom in the day of judgment than for thee." Yeah, this place is horrible. This place was wicked as hell, yo. All right, to the point where we overpass the deeds of the wicked. Okay, so it says, "And now we cannot open our mouths. We are become a shame and reproach to thy servants." And that's why the Lord said there's a time to speak and a time to stay silent. You see, because when the time of judgment comes, it's time for you to stay silent. See, the time for you to speak is right now, while the doors of mercy is upon us, being able to go out there and speak the word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, try to convert one of these sinners. You understand? But when the time comes that the Lord closed the door, that's the time of silence. That's why the Lord said he's going to take our mouth and cleave it to the roof of our mouth, and we're not going to be able to reprove nobody no more. We're not going to be able to talk if we wanted to. Might be saying shit in your mind and you think you're talking, but your lips ain't moving, man. All right? So that's going to be the spirit that the Lord put on us. Oh shit, that's Flavor Flav. It says, yet deliver us not up wholly for thy name's sake, neither disannul thou thy covenant. Disannul, Salakia. It said disannul, my bad. It says, yet deliver us not up wholly for thy name's sake, neither disannul thou thy covenant, and cause not thy mercy to depart from us, for thy beloved Abraham's sake, and for thy servant Isaac's sake, and for thy holy Israel's sake. And that's the beauty of this, man, that the Lord gave us this covenant, all right, going from, Abraham, Isaac, onto Jacob, all right, that the Lord always remembers our covenant, man. The Lord be so mad with us, be ready to fucking take us out the way. It's like what happened when Moses was talking to the Lord at Mount Sinai, man. All right, the Lord was ready to come and destroy our people, man. But he remembered our covenant. You have Moses that spoke to him and calmed them down. Basically told them, damn, you just delivered us out of Egypt, and now you're about to put us down. Suppose the hell the point of us being delivered out of Egypt? You see? Showing you that the Lord has great grace on us, man. We don't deserve none of that grace. We some fucking wicked ass people, yo. This is why we need Yahweh Shah to get us up out of here. All right. So it says, yet deliver us not up wholly for thy name's sake, neither disannul thou thy covenant, and cause not thy mercy to depart from us, for thy beloved Abraham's sake, Isaac's sake, and Israel's sake, to whom thou hast spoken and promised that thou would multiply their seed as the stars of heaven and as the sand that lieth upon the seashore. For we, O Lord Yahweh, are become less than any nation. Woo! You see why? Because we're just as wicked as the rest of these fucking nations, man. So we're lower than these nations right now, man. It says, and be kept under this day in all the world because of our sins. Neither is there at this time prince or prophet or leader or burnt offering or sacrifice or oblation or incense or place to sacrifice before thee and to find mercy. Nevertheless, in a contrite heart and a humble spirit, let us be accepted. Yeah, because at that time, they were in the furnace. There was no way for them to go and make a sacrifice, anything like that, man. All right. So their sacrifice was them coming in a humble spirit. Okay. That's why it's important for you to be humble in this truth, man. You got some fucking people that they really not humble, man. All right. They might seem humble on the outside. All right. But deep down inside them, their spirit not right. They're not humble inside, man. I think about that shit right now. I had my ex tried to tell me some bullshit. Some chick I was dealing with in the truth. Tell me I ain't a humble spirit. He bugged out to damn mind, girl. That's one thing. I might not be humble in certain situations. You know what I'm saying? Because there's certain situations they don't be getting it. There ain't no time to be humble in that shit. That shit irrelevant. All right. But when it comes to this truth, humble. Why I ain't come out here for months? Okay. I had to humble myself because I wasn't worthy to come out here before the Lord, yo. Because I was on some, I had fucked up. So when you fuck up, what do I look like coming out here to sacrifice my body and I'm not in my right spirit? That's a hypocrite, yo. You come out here, you got people that have the nerve to do some shit like that, yo. Not be in their right spirit, not in their right, because again, appearance on the outside could look a certain way, but if the inside spirit is not right. If you coming out here and you're not sincere and you're not right in your spirit in the inside, and you stepping foot out here in the Lord's altar, yo, you a wicked ass person for that, yo. Wicked as hell, man. Because you're supposed to be putting yourself as a living sacrifice, man. Making yourself perfect before the Lord, man. You're not gonna be, but you're gonna try your best to be as perfect as your Father is in heaven, like the scriptures say, man. So at one point, I was down, I was messed up. All right. I wasn't even praying at one point. Why? Because even your prayers become an abomination unto you. All right. What happens if you go and do a fast like the scriptures say, right? You go and do a fast, but you go back to the same thing. Your prayer is an abomination. Your fast is an abomination. You see? So before you come out here to step in front of the altar of the Lord, to praise his word, man, to bring out this truth, man, you got to be right in your spirit. There's some wicked ass people out here, boy. You bugged. So I had to separate myself. Ain't nobody had to tell me, ain't nobody had to rebuke me. I had to separate myself from brothers up north because my spirit wasn't right. And if your spirit ain't right, you go out there and you making demons jump on people, man. So I had to separate myself. Not because I had bad intentions or anything towards my brothers. It's just, hey, this is not a truth to play with. This is real, man. So I had to separate myself just for the love of my brothers. So I don't pass a demon on to them or anything like that. You see? And I had to sit around till I got myself right. I had to sit there and because what broke me down was me breaking a vow. I had made vows to the Lord when I first came into this truth, you know, and this is why you don't make vows with the Lord. All right. And, you know, sometimes you might make that vow because you're so, you know, in the spirit in the beginning, you just want to do righteous and do right. Not knowing that, you know, you do these things and it has a consequence with it. You will be tried if you put on a vow. OK, you will be tried. And I failed in that vow. Took me 3 years to fail in that vow. And when I finally did, that shit broke my ass down. Why? Because I'm loyal to the Lord, man. But you know what? Sometimes the flesh could get the best of us. You know, this is why we got to constantly stay prayed up. Always, always, man. Fucking demons is lurking out here. All right. Satan is constantly sifting. All right. But going back. Okay. So you got to humble yourself. And when these things come upon you, it's because of your doings, your wickedness. You got to eat it. You got to man it up. Okay, what did the Lord tell Job, man? Gird thyself up like a man. Stop being a little baby, man. He was telling him stop crying. Here it is. You had Job, family killed, wife turned against him, his land, his cattle was taken away, his friends was giving him bad advice. You had boils from head to feet. Shit, that shit sound like you go about to curse somebody out. Still never cursed the Lord out. And it's funny because the shit that I go through now, I sense it that Satan be trying to get me. Satan be trying to play me, boy. He be trying to get me so mad to make me, you know, turn against the truth or to denounce the name or curse out. You crazy as hell. Every time he come with that shit, shalak rayom shatan. Always throwing curses at his ass. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to keep your mind where it needs to be, man. All right. But continuing on. All right. So it says, nevertheless, in a contrite heart and a humble spirit, let us be accepted. Like as in the burnt offerings of rams and bullocks, and like as in 10,000s of fat lambs, so let our sacrifice be in thy sight this day. So they wanted the words that they were speaking be basically that sacrifice unto the Lord, and the Lord accepted it, man. The Lord was there, right? It said, let us sacrifice be in thy sight this day, and grant that we may wholly go after thee, for they shall not be confounded that put their trust in thee. You see? So when the time comes of this Rice Krispie treat, whose trust are you? Who you going to trust? Are you going to trust Esau, or are you going to trust Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai? Are you going to trust Esau so you could go back to the world, or are you going to trust Yahweh Shai, or possibly all the way until death? Okay, all the way unto the end for you to be saved. Which one are you going to choose? Okay, and if smart person choose life, okay, because what Esau has to offer you is nothing but death. Did we not just read what this man is about? Hell and death. So there's nothing that's going to come out with a reward, man. It says, and now we follow thee with all our heart. We fear, yeah, and that's what the Lord said. Follow me with all thy soul, with all thy heart. When that comes to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul you got to prepare your soul to give everything to the Lord, man. That's why when I went through what I went through, it hurt me because it's like, man, I'm very loyal to certain things, you know, and when I break a loyalty, all right, it's funny. I never break loyalty of the world, but here it is. I ended up fucking up through me being in this truth. All right. Showing you how real it is, man. Because the loyalty go a long way. All right. But for the Lord to be loyal at you, you got to be loyal to him, man. All right. But going on, it says, and now we follow thee with all our heart. We fear thee and seek thy face. Put us not to shame, but deal with us after thy loving kindness and according to the multitude of thy mercies. All right. Psalms 51. Okay. Beautiful scripture to beautiful chapter to read when you throwing up prayers. All right. Deliver us also according to thy marvelous works and give glory to thy name, O Lord Yahweh. See, give glory to thy name, O Lord Yahweh. And let all them that do thy servants hurt be ashamed. That's why we tell y'all keep messing around with prophets that's out here bringing out the word that are sincere and all that. Y'all keep playing with them. You're going to fuck around and you're going to find out. All right. Because the Lord said he that offend one of his little ones, man, is better that you had a great stone. All right. Wrapped around your neck and hung with it, man. You come out here and you put hands on prophets, man. You touching the Lord. You touching the apple of his eye. Okay. There's going to be mad consequences for that. All these scoffers that come to these camps and be talking hella shit, they got a mean judgment coming to them. You might not see them judged now. You might see them come over here a million more times and scoff us a million more times. But when that judgment fucking come, that judgment gonna be serious, boy. Lord gonna have your ass like a pretzel, all turned up, bent out of shape, keeping your ass alive. All right. So it says, and let them be confounded, and all their power and might, and let their strength be broken. Okay. And what the Lord said that he gonna use the low. All right. He gonna use the weak to confound the wise, to confound the strong ones. Okay. It says, and let them know that thou art the Lord, the only true power, and glorious over the whole world. And the king's servants that put them in cease not to make the oven hot with rosin, pitch, tow, and small wood, so that the flame streamed forth above the furnace 49 cubits. So you can imagine this. Hey, as they're talking, these devils is throwing some more wood up in there, and you could just picture how these flames is going high, going straight up to the real high. And it says, and it passed through and burned those Chaldeans and found about the furnace. But the angel of the Lord came down into the oven together with Azarias and his fellows, and smote the flame of the fire out of the, and smote the flame of fire out of the oven, and made the midst of the furnace as it had been a moist whistling wind, so that the fire touched them not at all, neither hurt nor troubled them. Then the three, as out of one mouth, praised, glorified, and blessed Yahweh in the furnace, saying, all right. And then he's going to go into basically, they were going into blessed are the Lord of the earth and of the stars. And it was just basically going into blessed, blessed, blessed. They were praying and constantly giving excessive praise to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, which that's how it's going to be for us in that day. If you make it onto the chariot, the amount of praise that you're going to give to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai is going to be you're not even going to be able to keep up with it. All right. Because you're just going to want to praise Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai for saving you, man. Okay. But let me see real quick. Oh, that was the name of them. Azarias, Ananias, and Misael. Their name changed in the Apocrypha. It's the same thing though. But let me skip all that and go to, I'll start at 64, and it says, O ye spirits and souls of the righteous, bless ye the Lord Yahweh, praise and exalt him above all forever. O ye holy and humble men of heart, Bless ye the Lord Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai, praise and exalt him above all forever. O Ananias and Azarias and Misael, bless ye the Lord, praise and exalt him above all forever, for he has delivered us from hell and saved us from the hand of death. Yeah, he saved them from what? Okay, saved them from this evil ass king, Nebuchadnezzar at the time. Same thing that's going to be happening to us, because Esau is what? Of hell and of death. But the Lord's going to what? He's going to save us from hell. He's going to save us from death, meaning he's going to save us from this damn devil that's in control of everything when the time comes for him to proceed with his Rice Krispie treat. Okay? It says, and saved us from the hand of death and delivered us out of the midst of the furnace and burning flame, even out of the midst of the fire has he delivered us. Give thanks unto the Lord Yahweh Shai, because he is gracious and his mercy endureth forever. All ye that worship the Lord Yahweh Shai, bless the power of gods, praise him and give him thanks, for his mercy endureth forever. All right. So when Misael, Ananias and Azarias went into the furnace, that fourth that was in there, all right, was Yahweh Shai. Because remember, in the beginning, he told the king that the Lord was going to deliver us. So that fourth that was in the flame was Yahweh Shai protecting them from the fire. That's why they didn't smell like fire. They didn't get burned. They were in the fire, in the midst of the fire, and not one of them got touched by flames. You see? Why? Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, right? I will also keep thee from the hour of temptations. Okay? Temptation, the hour of temptation in this time is going to be that Rice Krispie treat. But you see, there's many temptations to tempt you. Okay? Just like we read it I was saying earlier, Daniel 1. They was trying to get Daniel to eat the portion of the king's meat. You see? That's trying to make him bow down to that image. Okay? That was a temptation. That was an hour of temptation right there given to him. Okay? It was a period where he was being tempted to do something against the Lord. Same thing that's going to happen today. When they give you this Rice Krispie treat, they're going to want you to go against the Lord. All right? So that was what was happening inside the furnace. Now you go back to the 23rd verse in Daniel 4 and you keep reading. That's how you get that whole understanding of that scripture, of that story. Then it says, then Nebuchadnezzar, the king, was astonished and rose up in haste and spake and said unto his counselors, did not we cast 3 men bound into the midst of the fire? They answered and said unto the king, true, O king. He answered and said, lo, I see 4 men loose, walking in the midst of the fire, and they have no hurt, and the form of the fourth is like the son of Yahweh. Then Nebuchadnezzar came near to the mouth of the burning fiery furnace, and spake and said, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, ye servants of the Most High Yahweh, come forth and come hither. Then Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego came forth of the midst of the fire, and the princes, governors, captains, kings, counselors gathered together, saw these men upon whose bodies the fire had no power, nor was an hair of their head singed, neither were their coats changed, nor the smell of fire had passed them. Then Nebuchadnezzar spake and said, blessed be the power of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who has sent his angel and delivered his servants that trusted in him and have changed. Listen to this, right? This is why I brought this out, because they say the same thing. He said they yielded their bodies here. All right. It says, blessed be the power of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who has sent his angel, which was Yahushai, and delivered his servants that trusted in him, and have changed the king's word and yielded their bodies. Meaning they what? They held back, all right, from giving themselves up to the flesh, to the lust of all that shit. What's up? To the lust of these things, okay? to giving themselves up to that God, okay? Which in today's society, they're going to present to you the new AI God, and they're going to what? They're going to put you in predicament for it, okay? Life and death situations. And it says, and yielded their bodies that they might not serve nor worship any God except their own God. Okay, this is why you have no repentance if you take that MOTB. Just like it tells you. Let me grab that real quick. Revelations 14:9. All right. Revelation 14:9, and it says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire, meaning the missiles, and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels. When these chariots come with the angels and they started shooting them laser beams at you, concentrated laser beams, all right? And in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever. And they that have no rest nor night, and they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast in his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. Okay? So there's nothing but destruction for you if you take that. Okay? So going back into the 28th verse, that Nebuchadnezzar spake, Daniel 4:28, Nebuchadnezzar spake and said, blessed be the power of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who has sent his angel and delivered his servants that trusted in him and have changed the king's word and yielded their bodies. Let me go into this word yielded, which I know what it means, but I just like to see what definition of yielded. Ooh. All right, it says yielded comes from yield, obviously. Verb, past tense yielded, past. All right, it says produce or provide a natural agricultural or industrial product. All right, which is funny because if he would have yielded to, if these people yield their bodies to that Rice Krispie treat in these last days, all right, that's exactly what you're gonna be. You're gonna be a product, all right, you're gonna be an industrial product, because do not want to merge man with technology. All right, so now you're gonna be a whole product of society, man. Oh man. And then it says, give way to arguments, demands, or pressure. Surrender or submit. Yeah, see, they didn't submit onto the king's argument. They didn't submit onto the demands of the king. Okay? They were not pressured in any way. Why? Because knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of thy times. You see, when you have the knowledge and wisdom of things, these things come to you even easier, man. You're easier for you to understand it and know how to move and be able to dodge and dip it if you have to. Okay? It says, so it's funny the sentence they use. The Western powers now yielded when they should have resisted. Can't make this up, boy. Give in. Okay, they didn't throw in the towel. Be guided by. Bow down to, comply with, agree to. Okay, you get the point. Which we already knew these words, but like I said, I like to see what they say. So they didn't yield their bodies. Okay, read that again. It says,
and delivered his servants and trusted in him and have changed the king's word and yielded their bodies. All right, meaning they withheld, they held back from giving up and going with the king's command, that they might not serve nor worship any god except their own power. Therefore, I make a decree that every people, nation, language, which speak anything amiss against the power of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego shall be cut in pieces, and their houses shall be made a dunghill, because there is no other God that can deliver after this sort. All right, which ultimately all this happened was because the Lord wanted to promote them. All right, promote Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. All right, and they were promoted after that. The king had promoted them. All right, but again, you see how they were put in a situation for life and death to bow down to an image that this devil wanted him to worship. But they endured all the way to the end because of the stability they had, the grounded faith of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. They were able to what? They were able to endure that and believe that the Lord was still going to be able to deliver them, even after they just prayed about all that wickedness that they were doing in the world. You see? And the Lord had mercy. The Lord had grace upon them, because faith is without faith, it is impossible to please him. All right. Faith is the base of all things, man. All right. Without faith, you can't even believe in the Lord, man. Faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. All right. And by faith were the elders always with a good report. All right. So remember these accounts, because these are the things that we're going to have to remember. These are the situations we're going to be put, all right, in these last days. All right. But remembering that we always have to put our full trust in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and not in the society, not in the new AI Messiah that they want to come with. All right, because that's what they're doing, is a digital Messiah. All right, and they're gonna make it sound good and convenient for you. All right, to make you line up for that. But it's all down to your destruction. All right. So hey, through the Spirit, Lord willing, it was edifying. So with that being said, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Call Haloyim La Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakudash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect that scattered abroad, the Akim and the Akwat that was listening in. Yahweh Ratazah willing, nevertheless it was edifying. Next one, Shalom. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Barakatah. Keep fighting the good fight of faith and is enduring as a good soldier of Yahushua to the end. Shalom, shalom. Water for the precepts, the water for tuning in. Barakatah.